A mochi moment from Tara, who writes, "For years, all my doctor said was eat less and move more, which never worked. But you know what does? The simple eating tips from my nutritionist at Mochi. And after losing over 30 pounds, I can say you're not just another GLP-1 source. You're a life source." Thanks, Tara. I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Tara is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and if you know my husband Dax, then you also know he loves shopping for a car. Selling a car? Not so much.
We're really doing this, huh?
Thankfully, Carvana makes it easy. Answer a few questions, put in your VIN or license, and done. We sold ours in minutes this morning, and they'll come pick it up and pay us this afternoon.
Bye-bye, truckie.
Of course, we kept the favorite.
Hello, other truckie.
Sell your car with Carvana today. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Jordan Grace, and you're listening to the Social Suplex Podcast Network.
BWB, this is One Nation Radio. You better get it right. Rich Latta, James Boyd came to give them life. The Blackest Wrestling Podcast has come to kick all ass and drop it 6 feet if they kicking trash. Word, let me welcome y'all to something different. And if you dig it, man, you should let some friends listen. We be getting it in, this on the regular, dude. Ravish and flow, but this shit rule. See, James don't rap, so I had to break it down. The whole network, man, we coming for the crown. Raps in the columns, I keep them both covered. Making the beats too, so the listeners can bump it. Hit us with the rating, yeah, I'm saying it's a 5. Before you hit it, talk, bob your head side to side. It's One Nation Radio, and this is the beginning. It's Rich, and I'm here with James. It's time to listen to One Nation.
We got to unleash the power of the pyramid.
This is Mike Sempervive from WrestlingObserver.com. Check me out on Wrestling Observer Live every day. And also check out your boys, Rich and James, on One Nation Radio.
This is Kenny Omega. We're listening to One Nation Radio. Check it out, guys. These guys know what's up. Big Kenny Omega fans, and that's all that counts to me. Goodbye and good night. Bang.
Hey, folks. Welcome to this week's edition of One Nation Radio. I'm James Boyd. I have new Victor fresh into the second round. Rich Latta, what's going on, man?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man.
Boy, you peeked the mic. The first thing you blurted out was it was red as fuck. Distorted as hell. Oh, that boy happy. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, man. I'm chilling. You know, the Indian Fever shocked the world last night. And, bro, just like, I watched the game start to finish, probably should have been there. Like, because I was thinking about it all day, the day before, and I could have got tickets or whatever. But Catherine ended up having an early dentist appointment. I didn't want to wake her up all late and all that. So I just, I kept it in, right? And I watched this game from start to finish, and it's in Atlanta, dark building, like, the way the lighting is set up, dark court. So it looks funny. Like, it's weird when you watch it, but it looks like the people are right on top of everyone. There was a point where Aaliyah Boston and Bree Jones were, they were tussling and getting physical. And, Aaliyah threw her down. Whatever. Bree Jones, legendary flopper, by the way. The whole arena stood up.
Was the one that went viral, was that from that game or the game before?
That was game 2.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But it seemed like the whole arena stood up and was ready to fight Aaliyah Boston. It was crazy. But and that's where but to get back to the main point, like, Atlanta was the 3 seed going into this, Fever the 6 seed. Obviously no Caitlin Clark, no 5 other motherfuckers on the team as well, like Sophie Cunningham, like Chloe Bibby, Ari McDonald. The hardship players is out for the season and shit. Like they have been decimated by injury in a way that is reserved for the National Football League. Like, you remember when the Chiefs had that one playoff game where they was playing against the Colts and they just
and
had
everybody started dropping like flies? Yes, I remember that game. That's the Andrew Luck comeback game. Yes.
That's what has happened to the Indiana Fever throughout this year. And I decided, like, there was like a game, I think it was a game Sophie Cunningham got hurt, and it was against Connecticut Sun. You might have heard me talk about it in the show before. I was like, they were 6-26, like the Sun, but the Sun always played the Fever well for whatever reason. Rosters change, don't matter. Kelsey Mitchell scores 38 points that game, and then like they go to the locker room and like Stephanie White is crying in the locker room and shit, and like the whole team is like rallied around her. They're playing the 11th woman on the team, Bree Turner, minutes, and they've kept Bree Turner in like mothballs all year because like she's just a defender kind of, but she's a really great defender. I think was kind of the key to some important minutes that I feel like the Fever stole like throughout game 2 and 3 is whenever Brittany Griner was on the court, and Brittany Griner is now a reserve player. She's not the all-star that she once was, Hall of Famer, first ballot, all that stuff, but we just at a different point. It's nasty jersey time. The person that Stephanie White decided to deploy on her was Bree Turner. And who was Bree Turner? Bree Turner used to be her backup. She knows all her moves, James. And she's like, she's neutralizing her during these times where they were like, oh, you're a reserve. We still got to show you we respect you, we care about you, so we're going to run shit through you and make sure you get your touches. But Brianna Turner is forcing her into bad decisions, switching off people. Brianna Turner was guarding everybody from Jordan Canada to Ryan Howard to, you know, the bigs or whatever. And it was like just an incredible performance.
That don't even sound right.
Because she's a shot blocker and she can move her feet. Okay. She's like, but Atlanta Dreams didn't want to be there all night. I could just see it. They were shooting a good percentage, but they could not put the Fever away. This Fever team is unlike, I think, any team I've ever watched. Like as far as like some never say die shit, it's something in the water in Indiana. Like we know how the Pacers got down, but they weren't like super decimated by injury. Like this is like, I don't know what's going on right now. Like we're in the wild fucking West right now, and they upset them. Came back, they were down 5, 2 minutes left. And it melted down. Lexi Hall made 2 big plays. Aaliyah Boston, you know, scored a game-winning layup, and Lexi Hall got a game-winning steal. And the dream, you know, it was over, man. Like I was one of the few people that picked the Fever to win the series. I thought they'd win in 2, but you know that.
I mean, they almost did until they blew it.
Yeah, like. So I like actually picked the Fever to win because I was like, out of the top 3 seeds, the one you want is Atlanta. They're the only ones who had never had like a player do anything. Like Ryan Howard ain't never sent nobody home. Alicia Gray ain't never sent nobody home.
Yeah,
and it was like,
but Ryan Howard's in what, year 3 or 2?
She was the number 1 pick in the 2022 draft.
Okay, so yeah. So I'm sorry, year 4 then. Sorry.
Yeah.
I always think her and Caitlin are closer in age than 2 years than a 2-year gap. I was like more like a 1-year gap, but okay.
Yeah, but I saw that and it was like, I think that's who you want and they've always played each other well, like going back to last year. And that sets up for, you know, the Aces who survive down to the wire against the Seattle Storm. Like it was like, I was watching, so like how it went was I was recording my post-game video and I pulled up the Aces game and I was on YouTube live with, you know, a bunch of folks and make like Indiana Fever videos and shit. So I pull up the Aces and Storm game like in a third quarter or whatever. I'm just watching. I'm like, yeah, this is they're hanging around. This is close or whatever. And I was like, man, Seattle just seems to be overachieving. And then I noticed that they have Malunga guarding Asia Wilson, and Malunga had bottled up Asia Wilson at the end of game 2, had her to where she didn't even look like she wanted the ball. She was sending her shit and everything. I saw Asia Wilson score like 4 out of 5 consecutive times down the floor. It was like 3. She didn't score the 4th time, and then she scored the 5th time in the third quarter. I was like, she is teaching a lesson right now. She's like, this is like, this is for your future, young woman. Like this now is not the time or whatever. And
you'll get me like 3 years from now. You ain't finna get me now.
Like, bro, like, and then like, I was like, yo, this is the first time I've seen like the Seattle coach do some shit that I would do. I was like, yo, just have fucking Malunga use her young legs and size on her and like,
right,
and then swing Ezzy around if the challenger, and then, you know, Necka's out there. But this thing, you know, it comes down super close. Erica Wheeler makes a huge shot, and I'm like shocked at that time, and they're up 1. They draw a play for Asia to get the ball probably at the left elbow. She misses the jumper. It comes off to the right of the rim. But Jackie Young jumps over 3 people that are taller than her. At the same time, she's like, I started talking about it. She was like, yeah, man, if I would have came down, there wasn't nothing I can do. So I was already up there. I might as well just put it up. Went in. Seattle gets the ball back. Throughout all the scrambles, they almost turn it over, but they miss Dominique Malunga open, like she's sitting there ready for the cut, but like Skylar Diggins just doesn't see her for whatever reason.
Wasn't she driving while at the time she flashed open?
I think she was.
Yeah.
And
because all I saw was I haven't seen the play. All I saw was the what you're about to get into, and then I saw like a freeze frame on Malunga was open. But I don't know how, like, I didn't see it in the flow of the game to see if it was like she flat out missed, or was like she wasn't even looking there, one of those things.
So Skylar Diggins, like they collapse on her, but she ends up swinging the ball over or Erica Wheeler misses the shot. She gets it. They get the ball back off the offensive rebound. Skylar's right there, but she would have a tough look. But Gabby Williams is wide the fuck open on the baseline. They kick it to Gabby Williams. She gets a shot off or doesn't. I can't tell because it happens like, split speed. But it was either seconds left, like, under 1 for sure. She shoots that bitch, and by the time it gets to the rim, the Aces cut the fucking lights off. Like the building cut the fucking lights off. You couldn't tell whether it went in or not, but it missed.
Yeah, but I saw people were like, people were like, there's some great conspiracy. I was like, they have replay. Just replay the shit. If it went in, and it'll restart. It'll set the game clock back. People were like, that's some shit that works in the 60s, not now. What the fuck are y'all talking about, man?
It was like, I was like, hold on, bro. They making sure I can't nobody see this shit. I was fucking screaming. So like I'm updating JML in the group chat. I was like, yo, it looked like they was about to choke. Like it was like
you messaged me. You were like, yeah, they about to lose, and all of a sudden I looked. I was like, they won, and I looked. I was like, I see you ain't telling me about what Asia was doing. I had to catch up.
I'll get to that.
All right, go ahead.
So I as soon as you messaged that, they were like, they flashed her graphic on the screen because like I came in late to the game.
Okay.
And I was just watching it or whatever.
I didn't know that. I figured you was watching the whole thing.
Yeah, they flashed a graphic on the screen. They're like, 38 points for Asia Wilson. This ties her career high. And I think it was like she's either tied or set some record with most games with 20 paint points. Or it was like her and Sylvia Fowles or something like that.
Damn.
So
and Fowles just went into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So Seattle's walking off. They're kind of like, damn. And then they were like, Asia, they were like, what's going through your mind right now? And she's like, if I say what I want to say, I can't say it on national television. I get in trouble or whatever. And then she was like, well, you'll be playing the Fever next. And then she had this like look on her face, like she didn't expect to hear that. She was like, yeah, I didn't know we were going to be playing them because I didn't see, what happened or whatever. So it's Aces versus Fever. And apparently there's a lot of other matchups. There's a lot of interesting storylines here. Once you get past the Caitlin Clark's not playing. Apparently, Odyssey Sims and Dana Evans are mortal enemies or whatever.
Okay.
You have Alyssa Smith going back against her old team with the Fever. You have some shit might go down. Asia Wilson coming into Indiana. You have Aaliyah Boston versus Asia Wilson.
Yep.
James, who's Dawn Staley rooting for? Who is Gamecock Nation rooting for?
You know who they're rooting for.
Is nasty too.
You know who they're rooting for. It ain't Aaliyah Boston, unfortunately. They hope she does well, but they don't hope that she wins.
Yeah. So, like, this is going to be, like, there's a lot of this. And then there's Kelsey Mitchell versus Jackie Young. So, like, I'm looking at this, James, and I know what the Aces' path to victory is. It's Asia Wilson scoring 40 a game, probably, right?
Yeah.
Because we know who's going to be on Kelsey Mitchell duty. It's going to be Jackie Young.
Yep.
And that's unfortunately probably going to zap her on offense. And then I think you take your chances. Like, I like the Fever's chances here. Am I bugging by saying this? Because I feel like the Fever have so much you can't plan for.
Yes, and also like you can't even look at their like in season matchup for what it was, right? Like because the team's so different for the Fever, don't even matter. And also like a lot of substitution patterns have changed for the Aces. It kind of spurred on their.
Should we talk about that? I was like, we should definitely get into that. So the Aces have won like I want to say like 18 of the last 19 games at this point or something like that.
It's something like that, or 17 of the last 18, something like that, yeah.
And, the reason that ended up happening was, one, the trade for Nalissa Smith. Ever since Nalissa Smith came over, 23-6 record, and this allowed Asia to not have to feel like she had to do everything on defense.
Yeah.
So Nalissa Smith is actually a good defender, and playing next to Asia Wilson, it's like, okay, it's almost like, you know how they would put someone next to AD?
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Exactly what I was thinking of.
And it frees him up to feel a little bit more comfortable. So like Nalissa Smith they can swap between 4 and 5 between them or whatever. And then Jewel Lloyd has been regulated, to the bench.
Yeah, so they dropped her in the rotation. Yeah. She's still in the rotation, but she's not nearly as prominent.
And they started playing the chick with the short hair, Kristen Bell, and then Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young. And Jackie Young's been out of this world apparently. So I don't really know so much about Chelsea Gray, how she's doing, but Jackie Young's been
fine. Like she's been kind of what she's been the last 2 years. But the main thing was just like
you don't feel like you got to work Jewel Lloyd into the shit.
That's the real main thing. Is like it's just that was such a bad trade. I understand in the W, if someone's happy, let them go. But it's like you traded your second best player for somebody that like is now coming. You have to put off the bench. You have to give them less minutes. Terrible trade.
Yeah.
But no one makes. But in the W, no one makes these like kind of like if that trade happened in the NBA in the M. Oh, we did, but we're not. I'm talking about like where's L. Duncan and like Chini? Right. Like what the fuck were y'all thinking? But it doesn't work that way.
They can't do that apparently.
Because it's not. We don't hold them to the same standard. We don't hold these organizations the same standards for retaining and acquiring talent the same that we do in the NBA. That would be like no, we'd be breaking our foot off in Vegas' ass for this.
Yeah, and like all they did was make Asia Wilson's job harder. All they did was make Becky Hammond's job harder, and I saw people upset. Like once, I don't know if they were.
Speaking of Becky Hammond, think all the jokes they've been making about Becky Hammond this year. Think all the jokes.
I mean,
about her appearance, about like she, it is like it's a lot of stress come from this year, a lot of stress, undue.
And I saw a lot of Aces fans going at Kelsey Plum when the Sparks didn't end up making the playoffs and shit, and like they were like basically saying you wanted to leave and all that. I'm like, she still balled the fuck out. She might make like the second team All WNBA still. Like there are people ballots that are coming out that are got votes, and Kelsey Plum's on that shit. So it's like you don't get better.
She's one of the
by
best.
Losing.
She's going to be on the Olympic team in 4 years again, barring some type of injury. Like what are we talking about? Jewel Lloyd will be done in the W most likely.
Like I'm sure. If Kelsey Plum was still on the Aces, I would probably feel differently about this team against the Fever. But
I mean, think about last year. Even with Chelsea Gray coming back, like they were putting belt to the Fever's ass every time they played. Obviously,
and it was not like that this year.
Obviously, different team, but still, it's like that matchup. They were Liberty. I'm sorry, no, actually, the team that used to beat the other than like. Outside of Connecticut Sun, only the Aces whooped the Fever's ass in that kind of way on a consistent basis last year, from what I remember. So yeah, just totally different teams. So who knows? And like the teams have changed so much as far as their identities and injuries for the Fever. So like honestly, anything can happen. Like I kind of honestly feel like it's really for the Lynx to win. Like the Lynx have to blow it if they don't win. The finals.
Like the Lynx, and they got a tough challenge too from the Valkyries. The game 2 and the Valkyries is probably like one of the best WNBA games I ever watched.
Okay.
That ended up being 76-75 for the Lynx. They won. They were down by 17 points. Made a comeback, walked them down, and the crazy shit was like the sound for the broadcast went out, so all you heard was just the crowd or whatever, no commentary. And while you're watching this, and this shit is amazing, bro. It was like, it was like pump this shit into my veins, basketball essentially. Courtney Williams makes like just a bunch of insane plays, huge shot at the end. They're really good, but I feel like they can be had too. The only thing is they've been a step ahead of the league seemingly all year.
Well,
Collier in the lineup, out the lineup, don't matter.
What makes me say that is that part where they're resilient against potential. They're somewhat resilient against a potential Collier injury, and also is like I'm watching this game 3 right now between this game 2. Sorry.
I don't trust either of them teams.
But like
them teams ended up in that 4 or 5 slot for a reason, because like the Liberty are not the Liberty of last year.
Bro, Liberty right now, like when Alyssa Thomas on the floor, like they're getting their ass kicked. Like it's only a game when Alyssa Thomas sits right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's some real like Jokic type of mastery of the offense running through her right now going on. Less flopping, but still same thing. So okay, I guess I'll keep y'all updated during this game. Like right now, Phoenix are up 7 right now with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. They just got to run out. They're about to go up 9. Yep, up 9 now.
So when it comes to Fever and Aces, I feel like I want to pick the Fever in 4. Like it's gonna be a 5-game series,
right?
Me, I don't pick shit to go the distance or whatever for a road team. If I think the road team is gonna win, I think they're gonna win that bitch at home. But I just feel like they can get a split in Las Vegas, and then Indiana's just gonna be a tough place to win. Like it just is. And I don't know what's up with it. Like this team has gotten like unintentionally deeper, like on accident, because like the amount of quality players that like are getting plugged in is like you can get exactly what you need. It's like you're not stuck with somebody. It's like, okay, I'll call Aerial Powers and we need a bunch of defensive energy. Oh yeah, also I think Aerial Powers is going to be on Jackie Young. That's going to, and she's bigger than Jackie Young.
Okay,
and she's got the arms like Jackie Young too. So it's like
she's the gun show.
She's the gun show for real, and she's like got the like the Black Air Force energy. That's what the Fever's playing with right now. And Caitlin's showing up with the Black Air Forces. There's an iconic photo already out there of them holding the forces up. That shit there.
I've seen that. I'm yeah. That might be where that'd be like. Look, I'm all right. I get it. It's cute.
But man, I don't like. Is it a lot to ask Asia Wilson to defend Aaliyah Boston, like, the whole time, essentially? Because I think Turner's going to get a lot of work on Wilson.
I mean, you have to tell me, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to. When is game 1? Is it Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay. Well,
game 1 Sunday. And
what time?
3:00.
3:00. Okay, so the 1:00 games this week is like pathetic. Like, there's not even like a good 4:00 game this week. Like, so,
damn.
I think the best game is like, I think it's Baltimore and Detroit on Monday, which is like, why the hell would they get a Sunday Night Football quality game on a Monday Night Football? But okay, I guess we're doing it like it used to be 25 years ago. But yeah, so I'll be checking out the WNBA. Like, I don't know what my plans are for, like, how I'm going to watch the 2 pay-per-views. Like,
same, because I'm married. So
yeah, and like Caden has a little league game in South St. Peter, Lakewood. So like, it's
hard to block off 2 days. Like, hey, I'm doing something Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's hard for you. It's not as hard for me, but still, like, I still trying to figure this out because like. I got to Caden has to be South St. Peter 2:30. or whatever else. And I got to figure out how that works around like Florida State game at 3:30. They're playing Kent State. They're going to beat the hell out of them. Like,
oh shit!
Like even for like a former 1AA, like whatever the division now that used to be 1AA, like they're the worst team in 1AA possibly. Like, I would
say, James, they are a 0-star school in college football. 26.
Like bro, like Florida State should honestly like be able to put 40 on them and have the backups in but before halftime. They're one team. And Florida State put 77 on a team way better than them 2 weeks ago. But yeah, like I still want to try to watch. That's not the game I'm really concerned about. Like I want to see the Nebraska Michigan game, and then there's also like Miami Florida. So like that's ultimate hate watch at 7:30. So like I have to figure out how all that works out over the weekend. Like I think what I'm gonna do is like I might put the wrestling back to Sunday, and then like I might even I'll probably throw in the Fever game like in between or whatever else, because like there's no good NFL game I really care about. Like maybe I'll try to check up on like Cam Ward, but outside of that, none really I care about. Because like what's called played on the Bills played on yesterday, last night. So and I don't know who the Chiefs are playing, but I already forgotten. It's like some team they should beat, but we'll see.
Fever and Aces is potentially going to be the nastiest series that is possible. I think. As far as online.
Oh
yeah, it's going to be disgusting online, bro.
I mean, it'd be nastier if Kate was playing, I imagine.
Yeah, it'll be nastier if she was playing for sure. But if she's not playing, like we already know the script.
Or let me phrase it: if Sophie and Caitlin were playing, it'd be nastier.
I mean, maybe, but it's I have started checking on the threads or whatever. The Threads app. That's where they be talking about the WNBA, right? And they do not like the Fever over there. So I bet they don't like the
Fever on Blue Sky either.
So I was like, yeah, we gonna see what it be. But man, like they have dedicated to themselves and not liking the Fever so much, James. They have decided to cheer for the police, the law, James. Like when they were in front. I saw me Cunningham and Kevin
I saw that. I was like, what? Like they need to get them off the court for what?
I was like, bro, like they were like,
there is no way that there were any other two players y'all would feel this way.
Yeah, like Odyssey Sims had took a hard fall on her shoulder, and then
I know I saw it.
I was gonna say the first thing that I thought was like, oh my god, another player has been injured for the rest of the season for the Indiana Fever. I swear, and I imagine they thought the same shit. So they was up there like, is she gonna get up? And then the cop was like, hey, y'all need to get the fuck moving. And it's like, what are you doing here?
And the thing that the gesture made was like, we're not doing anything wrong. Like we play for these people. What are you talking? We're
on our side of the court,
right?
Like what the fuck?
That's not what Sophie Cunningham was gesturing. It was like, and I saw people were upset. I was like, look, man, I get it. Like, just say you don't want her to breathe no more. I get it. Just say you don't want her to breathe no more.
Look, was she a little sad last week? Probably, but hey, she don't really be so like,
oh, you stupid, I just caught what you meant. No, look,
she don't really be,
we look, we know what it is with her, right?
Yeah,
if you don't like her for that, that's fine. But she's not allowed to do the things that any other player would do and is perfectly okay. Cut the shit.
but like, there's a human element to this.
State your real reason why you don't like her. That's more than good enough. That's all I'm saying.
Like,
Caitlyn,
there's a human element to this.
Listen, Caitlyn. Also, then it's like, oh, now you're lumping Caitlyn in with that. It's like, all right, that's unfair. But I get it. Y'all been on this fight for 3 years now.
They dedicated to it, bro.
Whatever.
I just don't feel the need to.
Here's the real thing. How do we get injuries to the Fever for next year? How do we do that? How do you get that accomplished?
You don't. Like,
nah. We gonna bring the East Coast and the West Coast together. That's what we gonna do. All you motherfuckers on what was the shit that said? What was the shit that Pimp C said on the King album? I forgot what he said. He said, we gonna bring all this shit together,
money.
and everybody in the way talking to politicking. Hey, all y'all act like Tupac said, y'all like Blair hung all flabby and sick. Back your bitch ass up and move around for the South. No, we gonna bring it together. All of y'all that want to do all this, that would be a great. That's a 30 for 30. That's a 30 for 30.
I don't know if it should happen so soon though. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to them doing that one day, but like right now.
No, let them win together.
I think it's still cooking. Like, it's still cooking right now. Like, you need some more. They need to at least be 5 years in the league or something. Then it's like they've both been free agents. Like, something gets linked up there like that. Like, I think that would make for it, because at least they get a chance to kind of see what they will be or whatever.
We already know what it's going to be if she stays in Chicago.
That's a really bad team, and
that's a really bad organization.
Yeah, and she's not the easiest player, skill set wise, to build around. So, one day they'll figure out what her true role probably should be, but some team will. But, as far as the links are waiting for the Liberty and the Mercury winner.
Yep.
It feels like I said, the Liberty were not, like, they were falling apart. Like, when they signed Emma Meesseman, they threw all their shit off. They dealt with John Quill Jones out the lineup, Stewie on the lineup. They don't have an MVP candidate. I don't think they're going to have a first teamer. They might not get a second teamer. As far as like all NBA stuff, like they might get Sabrina, maybe. But Stewart missed a bunch of games.
I know
too.
she missed a bunch of games, but how many? Is it like? Oh, hold on. Is there a W rule like how the NBA rule has 60 something? You can't make any of the.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
A lot of that stuff is informal too. It's like, well, I feel like they missed too many games, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. That happened. Didn't that happen with Caitlyn last year, or didn't they try to do that with Caitlyn last year?
No, like when Caitlyn missed like up to 5 games at the beginning of this year, they were like, nobody that's ever missed 5 games can be the MVP. And then someone was like, that's not true. Jonquil Jones missed 5 games in 2021, and there were less games then. So like people were like, that's bullshit. So it's like it's more lies.
Well, it kept playing out, and then it came out to not matter. So
yeah, yeah. So we'll see what happens. But man, the WNBA playoffs are very exciting and heating up, and like. That Fever win was just like one of the best, like most rewarding wins I think, following a team I think I've ever had, because I've watched the behind the scenes videos, I watched the press conferences and see like what they're allowed. There's been so much pressure and scrutiny with the Caitlin Clark injuries and stuff like that, and for her, self, like she has not turned into a locker room cancer. She's like flown to every arena, support all her teammates. And it's like she's like,
so she's more mature than like Kyrie Irving.
It's like that's exactly what I thought of. Like she's not sulking or whatever. I was like, honestly, she's like Tim Duncan. Like it sounds like the way like people like around the team like fuck with her. Like I don't know, man. Like people gonna have to like get their information from somewhere else because the shit they making up themselves is inact, as I like to say. Inact.
Well, you gotta remember, like, the league isn't covered as much, so people make up their own shit, and also this stuff's online. So, like, how much of this stuff is real world where people don't even care compared to online? Like, that's where a lot of this stuff ends up happening, right? So, I remember, what was it? It might have been something maybe like 4 or 5 years, before the pandemic, I want to say, where they interviewed Adam Silver, and, I mean, we can talk about Adam Silver if you want to, some more after this, but, I remember one time they asked him about like the players, and he said, and the more and more I talk to these players, like it seems like they're just generally unhappy. And like I think he kind of, I don't know if he exactly pointed out, but like one of the things he mentioned was social media. It's like, yeah, like the dopamine rush you get from checking all that shit, you're just you're overstimulated, and then like the negativity feeds in, and it's not the real world. Like. It's real. People are saying this stuff and typing it out and posting it, but like that's not how most people feel. It's a fringe opinion, one way, positive or good, or positive or negative. So yeah, like with W, like there's even less coverage of it as far as like the data. Oh my god, Brianna and Alyssa Thomas got tangled up, like their legs got tangled up. So I wonder if someone got hurt, but they seem okay. But yeah, the her social shit is just as like, I feel like it's even worse in the W, because I feel like there are a lot of people that are less used to the bullshit that comes from men's sports. Right? So you see some of the stuff that happens as far as like, I can't believe they're doing this. It's like, nah, that's something you normally see in the toxicity of the male sports ecosystem. And like, it's interesting to see all these things as they come, like how they pop up in different ways. That's all for me. Just find it all interesting as it's happening. Cause it's like promotion. This basketball league keeps like getting more popular every single year. And like with that is going to come more of the bullshit, right? So it's like, I wonder how the players internalize all this stuff. How do they take inventory of how things are changing? And even when they try to reject it, how like, even while you're rejecting, you still kind of can't, because this shit is placed upon you. Like, nobody wants this. It just happens.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to it. So let's move on, man. We had news out of WWE where Andrade is no longer with the promotion. Apparently, he may have been cut. They promptly started, doing the media funny shit on his way out the door, talking about he failed a wellness test and all this other shit.
I mean,
apparently he had ghosted him, and he wasn't. He didn't show up. Apparently, he said, "Fuck this," and then they cut him. Or
they wanted him to do AAA, and he didn't want to do AAA. Yeah. That's also
apparently they were disappointed about his English not progressing. They thought that he was like. I
didn't hear that part.
That came out today. That they kind of got sold a bill in the Observer. They got buyer's remorse on him rather quickly. There were problems going back to his first day back. I remember he got no pop that night.
Yep.
And it was like noticeable from then. And then they never figured anything out for him worth a damn. They didn't do shit with him, like they're saying in the comments.
They didn't.
Exactly. And of course, the place he was before that was AEW. So immediately it was like, well, is he going to go back to AEW? Like, what's going on? And I think that's been a big subject of conversation this week, whether people either want him back or do you think Tony would bring him back? Because I remember when he left, like he left
on
with
good terms, relatively.
Left on good terms. Tony, basically said he's welcome back to the promotion anytime. There were issues with him in AEW, like as far as like, pretty much all the issues that pop up with people that have come from WWE that have these type of issues, like whether it's Aleister Black or stuff like that. There was some of that stuff going on with Andrade, right?
But I will say this though, he was more accommodating doing jobs though than the other guys were.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't get to the point where he was just like done. Like, yeah. But I think with Andrade now, he's in a much different position coming back to AEW potentially than walking in the door the first time, where it felt like, all right, they left someone to table with this guy. He's hitting, that perfect age, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to say he's my age right now. And this, keep in mind, that's like 3 or 4 years ago at this point where he walked into AEW, and it's like you could have wrote your own ticket essentially. So you've spun your tires essentially now. Like you left AEW, you went back to WWE, didn't necessarily make you a bigger star. You got your WWE run flames out in 18 months. So you're coming back now. I understand the sentiment of people where it's like they don't either want to see him in AEW. Like I get it. I don't know about want to see him. I think that's a different conversation than, all right, if he comes, is he willing to play ball and stuff like that? I think if he does want to play ball, it's like you got to make this guy earn it. Like you got to see if he's willing to, be on the team per se. It's like, all right, because there's nothing I think for Andrade that says you need to accommodate him at this point. Like, there's nothing that says that he's this game-changing star or somebody that you need to yank one of your main eventers and move them down. Like, Andrade is not competing with the bottom of the roster for a spot. he's not competing with, who could we
Kip
say?
Sabian.
Kip Sabian, right? He's not competing for Kip Sabian's spot. He would be somebody that's in like the United unified title, stuff like that, a fringe world title challenger, could be in a tag team.
I would say he'd be somebody that's like he's somebody that faces Kyle Fletcher or someone that like you may even put in Ring of Honor to face like Bandito.
At this point, it's like it would almost be like, where do you need me? Like,
right.
It's
right.
like
he's a hot match guy, and if it goes well enough, then you start thinking of programming him. But you got to have him get hot matches first.
You know what it reminds me of is like, you remember when Bill Belichick would pick somebody up and where it's like he buying low on them.
Oh yeah, like Albert Hainsworth or like Chad Johnson. Yeah. And then Darrell Revis, and then like Stephon Gilmore. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, if you buy low on them, you give them a chance to prove themselves. Yeah. You put it like, and it works out, cool. If not, wash your hands of it. And he can always go back to CMLL. Yeah, like sometimes it works out like Darrell Revis and Randy Moss. Other times it work out like Chad and Albert Hainsworth. Yeah, I get what you mean. You just see it's open box special. I think that's what Bolani used to call it, open box special. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's like
I just I remember the conversation with Floyd was like, just no loyalty, he got to go, and I was like, all right, what about Cody? He's like, well, that's different. I was like, why is it different? And the answer was basically because I like Cody, and I was like, all right, man, all right.
Like me, at least he went out.
Yeah, for me, it's like I don't give a shit. Can he have good matches? Oh, he can because he's Andrade, and I've seen him for a decade. Put his ass on TV then. Like I don't care. I don't even care who's the champion right now. It's going very, very well with Paige, right? Like, and Moxie's down the card, and hell, we'll get to it on, I guess we talked about Dynamite in the past, but like, we even got the best of Bobby Lashley in AEW this past week. Like, the injuries and shit, that's something bad, but like, what we get on TV is going pretty damn well. So it's like, if you want to add him. If you don't, fine, but like, don't say it ain't got nothing to do other than some, weird feelings on your end. Like, as a fan, I saw him have some great matches with people in AEW, and they still there. So I would like to see a Swerve versus Andrade match if it ever happened. That'd be cool. I would really love to see him Bandito. Like, there is a run up, hell, put him on Collision. That's where you're supposed to be the star until he got a rug pulled from underneath him by Aleister Black. He's like, nah, I ain't doing no jobs. Nah. That's for Buddy Matthews.
Yeah, having
King. That ain't for Malachi Black. No, sir. Yeah. No. Yeah. So, like, it's been, as you mentioned, it's been weird with him it's been uneasy. Like, he had production. It just, whenever he had a shot, it just didn't work out. And stuff was on his end. He's been unlucky. He's been very unlucky. And obviously,
it's never worked out for him as like some major player anywhere. And it feels like people have like sent out. It was like, yeah, man, he's like one of these people jump back and forth like Jeff Jarrett and X-Pac in the 90s or whatever.
Yeah, and that for me, that's fine because, like, guess what? I really like X-Pac and 1-2-3 Kid and Waltman. I really like Waltman, and like Jeff Jarrett was good. So what are we talking about?
Clip that. I need that.
Me saying Jeff Jarrett's good?
Yes, I need that.
I never said he wasn't good. I just said he should never be in the title picture for anybody because he never drew a dime.
I mean, Andrade is he the Mexican Jeff Jarrett? Who knows? Who knows?
Have you ever seen Jeff Jarrett have a 5-star match?
I can't say I have.
Okay, then.
I saw him have a really good match. I saw him have a really great match with Shawn Michaels. But, it's just, part of me thinks, is it worth the headache? Because you don't need him. But he could be found money at the same time. Like,
open box special.
What
does it cost you?
Yeah, the only thing it costs you, I think, potentially is like
keep him away from Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, like maybe like it's like, all right, you had this thing in your locker room and it went bad. I'm like, how bad was it before? You got to weigh that out and be like, hey, this is the landscape now. Are you willing to work within the landscape? If he says yes, I feel like he's an instant hire. But yes.
Put him in Don Callis' family and we roll.
Yeah, like like I don't know. Like
make him and
guy.
the tag team champions in a month, in like 2 months.
I've always liked the guy, and I think that it's been a struggle, like, because he projects as like, all right, in a society where he like, all right, because like I'm thinking about Andrade, I'm thinking about a guy that's my age, and I'm thinking about like what the fucking like landscape of this country is. It's like, all right, this man's not a strong English speaker, but he's a luchador that isn't a mask guy. But it's like what chance will he really have? That's the only thing. And it's like for me, the wrestling is so strong typically, like, you know, at least it can be, right? Because sometimes he's been hit or miss, but the wrestling has been so strong where it's like, all right, in an altruistic world, like you should be able to like use this guy, but the world's not altruistic. So the ball has not bounced his way several times.
Yeah. Like, I mean, outside of when it started in, you know, on SmackDown with Rey Mysterio, like, you know, I mean, they gave him the AJ stuff, they gave him the dangles and stuff on TV, and then Vince got bored, and then that pretty much was the end of it for him. And then he shows up and then when he shows up in AEW, it's kind of very similar to actually, because it was before his first, like his interest is very similar to the like the Jay White stuff, where it's like he kind of came in unceremoniously, like he just walks out
with Vicky.
Kind of similar to when, like, you know, Jay White just walks out or runs out on Ricky Stark. It's kind of like, huh?
Now, you debut me like that, I'm like, hell nah. Like, this is the first time they get to see me do something, and this is it. And Jay White was hurt from day one. Yeah. I mean, it is Jay White after all, but
so Seth says, so much get Double J into a AITA match to give him the 5. And when I first saw that, right, I was thinking like, I didn't realize it was Anarchy in the Arena. I thought it was the other acronym for those words. I was like, am I the asshole? Like, what kind of match is that? Like, oh, okay, Anarchy, never mind. All right.
If Jeff Jarrett is in an Anarchy in the Arena match, I want him doing one move. Hitting people with a guitar. That's it. Just and they have to have several guitars just, like, available.
5 guitars. Like, all of a sudden they walk to like a gift shop in the concourse, and all of a sudden there's a guitar shop. Why the fuck would they be selling guitars in the concourse? Yes. Don't matter. El Kabong, exactly. El Kabong, El Kabong.
Wasabi can't have him job to Sammy and ROH and see what happens. It's funny because Sammy's in LFI now, so like it's just,
yeah, I've seen that joke. Yeah.
That's just
give us a Rush and Andrade match. That would be fucking awesome. Yeah. Like, bro, there's so many, like, he hasn't had a match with like Ospreay, for example, or Swerve. Like, there are people I really want to see him like have a big match with. It ain't even gotta be like a pay-per-view thing, but I mean like a match was like, okay, it's like the opener of a you know, or the 9 o'clock joint. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's too many matches for him to wrestle. Like, bro, him versus Takeshita, are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Man, you ain't gotta sell me on his wrestling ability. Like, that's the thing. you ain't gotta sell me. But yeah, it's it'd be interesting, man. Hopefully it works out for him wherever he ends up. So hopefully it's not TNA. So
oh my god.
But
yeah. Nah, look, if it comes down to that, go back to CMLL. Ain't no fucking way. And that's another part about it why I think it works is like, hey man, like, you talk about Forbidden Door shit, like that's somebody that can do a high profile job as an AEW guy to a CMLL guy when it comes to like the Forbidden Door stuff. Like, he's a gateway for a lot of that stuff. Like Mystico, for example. Like, I know the New Massacre Dorada's there or whatever. Like, I would love to see Andrade versus New Massacre Dorada. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. All right, let me pull out this AEW All Out card. We're gonna talk about it here. Toronto, Canada. That's right. Toronto, King of the North. And the rest of y'all up there that listen to ONR, you guys are getting your very own AEW pay-per-view. Y'all got one before, but
Forbidden Door?
It's gonna be a Scotiabank Arena. Yeah, for Forbidden Door, 2023. unlike that card, there's no Kenny Omega on this show. Let's see.
Do you think he's not going to show up? But then again, they have done.
No, he's in Japan.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say, but then again, they have done LA shows without the Young Bucks. So
yeah, that's tough. So they've got a thing. It's basically like a tailgate event. Starts at 2:00.
Yes.
And it's going to be on TNT actually. So they got 8-woman tornado tailgate brawl. Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, Queen Amanada, and Will Nightingale against Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart. So if it's a tornado tailgate brawl and it's weapons and shit, this should probably be pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Especially after I just saw like the match that Tekla and Amanada just had on Dynamite. Like, yeah. By the way, I know we're not going to be previewing or reviewing Dynamite. We're going to be talking about it like when we get through this. Yeah, man, that match when I was watching, that felt like a number one contenders match. It felt like
Tekla and Amanada. That
felt like the match that Tekla needed to win to then get the title shot, as opposed to she got the title shot and then with in a 4-way, but then like she had to get that match to prove that she should have been in it to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like after the way that her and Amanada have been beating each other for months, like now like they have their big blow off match, and now like she already got the title shot, but it's like this was, if it went in reverse, it would have been more fitting. But that was a fitting. That felt like a number one contender match. Like it felt like if there was no 4-way feud or whatever else, Amanada wins that match. I'm sorry, or this match is on pay-per-view. Tekla wins it. Tekla is the number one contender after this pay-per-view, and then like after Tekla gets beaten and sent back, like Amanada gets to win back at some point. That's what it felt like.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it should be a fun match.
It seems like the critical reception is swinging towards Tekla rather than away from her.
Yep.
And it didn't take long really at all.
Yep.
One Nation Radio always ahead. Social Suplex always ahead.
And they gave her geese.
Yeah. We were having a conversation with or I was having a conversation with JML and Niagara Driver, and I was like, I guess like the perception was like Tekla was a part of the group. It was like, Tekla was like the leader.
Yeah.
And they got like essentially these two rookies around her. Like and they're using Tekla's credibility. And the deal with that is like I think it was Niagara Jar messaging. It was like, they debuted the same year as Sai Kamatani. I was like, brother, they didn't get the quality opponents nor the matches. Like,
right.
I was like, they still rookies. Like,
right. Exactly.
They have not progressed yet.
Yeah.
So.
Like, there's no way Julia Hart has 100 career matches. There's no way. I'm gonna look it up.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, look that up. I'll stall.
She also had an injury too.
Yeah. So Will Nightingale, Megan Bain facing off will be a joy for the One Nation Radio division of women wrestling fandom. That's right up our alley.
All right, so I got the answer for you. She has 109 career matches.
Woo.
I was close. But that shows you. All right, she's been wrestling since 2019. She has 109 matches. Meanwhile, if you wrestle to Stardom, you're getting that minimum a year unless you get hurt.
Yeah.
And a year ago, in 2023, your ass is getting 150 matches in a year.
Yeah. So, like, it's just like, it's really the thing we called out years ago where we were like, how do, like, women, like, that are rookies or whatever that are signed that young in AEW have even a chance to get better? It's like they're just never going to get the matches to do it.
Right. The answer is put them in tags. Put them in tag matches, like people like with the experience level of Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Put them in tags where they actually don't look like shit, or put them in a death match where they don't like shit.
Right.
But if you put them in a singles match that goes longer than 5 minutes, it could be you could start exposing them.
Yep. Daniel Garcia and Katsuyori Shibata. Now, James, I have been a person that is prone to maybe miss a thing or two, whatever, not see exactly everything. But Daniel Garcia this week, what was out there with Jon Moxley is he has this awesome match with Roderick Strong. Just an all-time moment with Roddy and Marina facing off. You can just feel the chemistry leaping off the screen in ways that it is never for Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
It's amazing what one look can do. That little smile that Marina gave Roddy was like, you could take it a million different places. And I saw it online that y'all took it a million different places. But so go ahead, Rich.
So Daniel Garcia is out there wearing the black hoodie, and he's just in the Death Riders, James. Did Daniel Garcia did he tell us why he made the move that he did or anything like that?
So all right. So I don't know if you did you watch Collision on Saturday?
No.
So what set up what set this all up was the tag match between Garcia. So, because of what happened with the TNT title with Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia, there was a Paragon relationship. So Roddy and Kyle were upset that he just basically shat on AEW. He's with the bad guy. He's so he's like, they want a tag match. So they proceed to have a tag match, and the whole match is like Garcia is basically starting from the bottom all over again. He's a young boy. He's a 6 or 7 or 8-year-old young boy. Hold on, let me finish. The story is he has the technical expertise to go in the ring and roll on the floor and technical wrestle and mat grapple with a Roddy, with a Kyle. And at times he gets out of his depth because he's good, but he's not as good as they are, especially Kyle on the floor. And like, there was a spot I remember where like, he makes a mistake, Kyle gets him, and then like literally what happens is Moxley reaches through the ropes and rakes O'Reilly's eyes. I fucking howled. Like, he made a play for, like, the whole idea is he has to learn, like, he's really good, he has potential, but like he hasn't learned the quote unquote, like the Ric Flair veteran dirty tricks of the game that actually proceed or whatever else. So like, and also what they're tying into it is also Danielson on commentary on Dynamite now. So like, the story is like,
that shit funny. He said, I've given up on Wheeler Yuta as the future of professional wrestling. I was like, brother, yes. I did that years ago.
Yes. So there was interference in that tag match, and that caused Moxley to get the W over O'Reilly with Yuta with a run in out of nowhere and Marine with distraction, which led to Strong and Moxley, and they had their match. So like, then what you see is like, they start the match and like, where just like Garcia's by the ringside and like Roddy just fucking rocks him with the baseball slide drop kick through the ropes, and then they proceed to have a match with Moxley and Strong. So yeah, that was the gist of it. It's like, so also when Garcia was going through some of that stuff with like last year, he fought Shibata. And you remember he doing the towel stuff. So like, I guess it's like he's going through old opponents that were like mentors, whatever. He's running through that on the other side now. It's supposed to be a babyface to heel.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
all right,
I'm sure it's going to lead to some. I think they're building a long-term story where like they're going to try to cycle through like possibly Yuta, possibly Marina to get to like Statlander and Dan Garcia like taking over these roles. And they get in like those to kind of graduate out of Blackpool Combat Club, possibly, potentially. We'll see.
Yeah, it would be interesting if like, I don't know, I guess I'm projecting long term, like Garcia basically figures it all out and then he's like, what I need you anymore for Moxley.
It could be that
and
too.
Then that's how you turn Moxley back face and Garcia takes over the group.
Yeah, because like they are giving doing the stuff like the whole thing that's been going on with Yuta is like Yuta's a total geek and they be pushing him around and treat him like a piece of shit, like he's worthless. Like they're not doing that with like Marina would commonly lift up and push around Yuta. Like Marina is like, if Garcia was on the ground outside at one point and Marina just helps him to the ground, reaches her hand and helps him up. They treat him totally different. They treat Yuta and Garcia totally different. That's a dynamic right now. We're going to figure out how the fallout is, but that's kind of where we are right now. I'm glad I watched Collision this week.
I'd have missed all that. because right now it just looked like he was just a dude out there with no ethos.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Also, he's wearing all black trunks now. That's what I mean. That's why I said the young boy thing or the young lion thing at 27, 28. Because like he has like the combat shorts on, like the back, like almost like the Malachi Black shorts, or whatever else. And then he has like the Austin boots on, or maybe they're not the Austin boots, but like he's not wearing wrestling boots anymore. He's wearing like low cut boots with a soft sole.
So we got the Ops, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs against Anthony Henry and JD Drake. I don't know why. But on the main card, they're going to open it up with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage against FTR, who they had another brawl angle. And Dax got his nose broken, apparently.
Yeah,
he said he's not going to miss the match.
Shit keeps happening to his face. The second time he's got busted open.
That mustache not protecting him. But... It's just supposed to be hard and steel. It's supposed to be a face mask. It's supposed to be hard and steel, James. But
how do you feel when you saw them face to face in the ring and like Christian and Copeland are fucking towering over them? How do you feel watching that?
So James, it feels even funnier because like I've seen the heights of all these men in real life.
Right.
So like I have a gauge for it. It's like FTR is not that really big at all. Like they're like 5'9", 5'10", very wide or whatever. Like Cash Wood, you look like he can just just tear you apart if you want.
Yeah, they both look like they could potentially like bench press like 365, maybe even 400 pounds. Yeah.
And then Copeland is fucking gigantic, tall and skinny, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christian's like deceptively tall. It's like, hold on, bro. And then you realize, he was in WWE for 25 years.
Right.
He kind of had to be tall.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have survived. Yeah. Right.
So, like, like it is, the height thing is interesting. FTR, it was funny. They list off this whole list of teams that got no pop. And they said they beat NXT and... Man,
wasn't a pop. No, it wasn't getting a pop. It was that they started getting kind of like groan / like they're about to get booed.
It was like an anti-pop.
What are you doing naming WWE wrestlers here? And I was like, it's a shoot pro. They're working towards a shoot. Like this actually is how you would say if it was real.
This shit got an anti-pop, bro. I was like, God damn,
like he mentioned NXT wrestlers. They were like groans, like, what are y'all doing? Then we started mentioning the AEW fans or wrestling actually they wrestled. Then they were like, oh yeah, those guys. We like those. I was like, God damn.
Enzo Amore first. That nigga brought up Enzo Amore first. That's on him.
He did do that. He did do that. He did. Look, while I'm trying to defend him, he did mention Enzo Amore for no fucking reason. You could have left that to the side. I guess maybe he was trying to mention to give a shot at Big Bill, maybe? I don't know.
Look, he could have said the realest man in the room or whatever, or something like that. And we would have got it without putting that IP on Tony Khan's master videotapes for the rest of time. They mentioned the word Enzo Amore. Get the fuck out of here. But they I think they're gonna have a good match. I'm into it. And I didn't know if I would be. Honestly, I thought that I liked that they did this more in the range of like, all right, this is not necessarily a dream match, and the FTR was like, y'all should wish it was a dream match or whatever. It would be easier that way.
They're like, it's a dream match for y'all, not for us. I like that. I like talk that shit, Cash.
And he was like, you had two other teams carrying y'all ass, like, and then I forgot.
And they were like, they were mediocre. I fucking died.
They were mediocre. I was like, run that up right there.
Hey man.
So
FTR and Christian both know they can get over off the strength of Cope's ass right now. All three of them know that Cope is the one that no one really likes out of these four right now. And the other three using this to the best of their advantage. Christian Cage is a fucking genius, bro. I swear to God.
Bro, he's like $100,000. Well, at the risk of not sound like an asshole. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, he's like, I'm rich. Punch or Mike. I think that's what busted open Dak was the mic. I think the mic busted him open. Because he hit him with the mic, and then all of a sudden I was like, he's just leaking everywhere. So yeah, I gotta rewatch that. But yeah, I think the mic might have busted Dax open. But yeah, I thought it was well done, and like they've done.
They should have did a step. This should be a tornado tag. They've had too many fucking brawls to be having a fucking Southern style tag, and I'm afraid they're gonna try it.
You got a point. You got a point, but it also, do you want that to open the show? You said it's opening, right?
Sure.
Or are you
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's been announced.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it would be a better alternative than them old man selling.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen. There's going to be built towards like 2 or 3 hot tags in this match.
Yep. Hurt Syndicate taking on Ricochet in the Gates of Agony, Lashley, Benjamin, and MVP. Bishop Khan and Total Leona. So Lashley and Total Leona had a big mean guy match.
Oh, yes, they did.
This week. it ruled.
That shit was good as fuck. Like, bro, this is the best. This is my, I don't know if it's better than the Swerve match. I don't know. It might be. But this was my best moment with Bobby Lashley in AEW since his debut when he showed up and beat the shit out of Swerve. Like, though, that was it. Like, it was like, this is what we wanted to see out of Bobby Lashley. And it follows right in line with what we say about Bobby Lashley ever since he showed back up in WWE. For some reason, he's only at his best when he wrestles other motherfuckers weigh over 250 pounds. I don't know why. Most big guys work better with small guys, not him. It just don't work that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's probably like, it's just like a mental thing, probably. It's just like, yeah, I don't find it realistic or whatever, so I don't need to fall on the ground for you.
Maybe.
And then...
brother, but I'll say this, now that I've seen that, I know he already, had a tag match with Big Bill, Warlow's on the shelf, or whatever else, but Lance Archer, come forth. Hobbs, come forth. Like, look.
Oh, he can't fight Kesha. Kesha got to go over.
BFN, big nigga fight night. Hobbs versus Lashley. I need that on the pay-per-view at some point.
I do need to see Hobbs versus Lashley.
Big nigga fight night.
That would be. Look, I don't want to see no nothing. Like, I just want to see,
Like, I fucked up that acronym, by the way. I don't know if you caught that.
Hey, just let it ride. Fast forward, 10 seconds. Like, what? Just had them niggas go in there and throw each other around. Pause. But
you know.
Yeah. So, trios match here. Is there any chance in hell Ricochet and Gates of Agony are winning?
Yeah, Ricochet pins MVP. Like, I don't know if you peeped how they did Ricochet with MVP and that cane. They broke the cane off his back, and Ricochet started selling like Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan in SummerSlam 2005. He sold that shit preposterously. He's been selling for MVP preposterously. Yeah, nah, man. That's their out. They finna pin MVP.
All right. It could happen. Have basically like. So MVP gets pinned. How will they do this? Like, will they have to execute this man with Bishop Khan's finish, Toa Leona's finish, and then Ricochet's finish, and then a pin, or do like one of the other two have to use a weapon, and then Ricochet needs to hit him, or will other motherfuckers emerge wearing ninja masks to ensure Lashley and Benjamin are nowhere near the ring while MVP gets isolated 3-on-1? How will it go?
We'll see.
Is Ricochet going to cane off over MVP's head?
Ricochet going to get back with that cane, I imagine. And, like, he's going to get the pin on MVP. That's what I see. If not, I don't know why Ricochet would do all that for them. He comically sold for them. Or more specifically for MVP, which is like, that's the tale. Like, him doing that for Lashley or for Shelton would make sense, but or would be like different than the manager. Like, give me a fucking break. Yeah. Like, I think now now that they're away from MJF, they're firmly into the, like, when we showed up, like, we were cool heels that got cheered or whatever else. And then the MVP, and then the MJF thing, same thing. And now it's like, nah, we're flat out baby faces now. Basically.
You know, I always love my babyface without a turn. Always love those. But we got a singles match for the TBS belt: Mercedes Moné versus Riho. Much anticipated in some circles. Riho has been shaky. Let's say that. I think that's the best word. I think her match against Robin Revenade much better than the tag match.
That gave me a sigh of relief. Okay, she's that was a fluke. Like, that's the worst I've ever seen her. And then she wasn't shitty again. She was good again. I was like, okay.
She ain't never really disappointed me like that. So, like, I have no reason to not believe in her and Mercedes Moné. I'm ready to see Mercedes Moné do a Kevin Nash style power bomb to Riho and drop her at the top of the shit, just like she did. That's the big woman Mercedes Moné offense.
That's gonna happen. You finna see Mercedes out here basing for Riho and shit. You know, like. You know what I'm expecting to see? Or I'm just joking when you said the Kevin Nash power. What I'm expecting to see is like that. Remember that, the Kenny Omega power bomb flip over to the V trigger? I expect to see the power bomb flip over into the Meteora. That's what I want to see.
That's great. Not much here. This should just be an awesome match, and I'm thinking Mercedes goes over.
I expect a high quality Mercedes Moné pay per view match. That's another one. I expect another one. And we continue to roll.
Four-way ladder match for the World Tag Team titles. Brodito take on the Young Bucks. Take on Jet Speed. That's Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. And the Don Callis family of Hechicero and Josh Alexander. All these were locked in between the 3-hour show. And, brother, they put Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn in the ring with the Young Bucks, and they couldn't be stopped. The Young Bucks are on some other shit this year, bro.
Bro. That was very impressive. And they're breaking out shit down. I don't think I've ever seen them break out to get that match over. Yeah, man. They I'm so glad they came back and I'm so glad to listen to our show. I'm so glad.
Oh, the Matt and Nick. I know y'all be tuning in.
Look, and then the gimmick they got were like, be rich again, but it's like Nick is like blowing money fast. He literally BMF, and like Matt like. Because Nick, the younger brother, and Matt's like, come on, man. Come on. We got this shit gotta last. It's two of us with $500,000. You've been carefree with this. They figured out how to make this stupid ass thing work. Because it wasn't even that they were like the storyline. Even that they're broke. The storyline is that they lost their EVP status. They're still paid employees, but now they're playing like they're poor. We're supposed to forget that they're not poor. Like, it's just so funny,
bro. It's like Randolph and Mortimer. Like, we're back.
Yeah.
But
and they finna piss it away. Like, they finna be broke again in a month. It's gonna be great, bro.
Somebody gonna run off with their money bag during the middle of this match. I bet.
That'd be funny.
Man, this is a tough one. I think I'm gonna stick with Brody King and Bandito here.
Yeah. I don't see any reason.
I just feel like it's too early to cut them off, and unless it was a situation where it was like they were quote unquote never supposed to actually win the belts in the first place, and then they moved them over to someone like Jet Speed or something like that. Mm-hmm. I'm aware, Seamus Nova. I try not to respond directly to other podcasts like that, but I will just say I am a big Jack Perry fan and always have been. So, and I think that he will be, whenever he comes back, he'll get his chance. He's only really failed once, really, in my eyes, and that's when he turned heel and was doing something that he had never done in his career before. So, besides that, he was always raw.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, and the funny part about it is like when Jungle Express was popping, like they came tag champions. They had nothing but great matches, and then like the crowd was like, "We're tired of them having these great matches on pay-per-view." And it's like, that's weird.
Yeah, like there was like, there may or may
it's not like they were
setting
the world on fire with some.
Sure, that happened.
It's not like the world was setting on fire with like some great storylines, but like the matches always match. So I don't know. The quality, the standard is so high as like we get in the nitpicky areas with people. Like you got to be, it's hard to not be the Young Bucks or FTR and be the World Tag Team Champions in this company. It just is.
Yeah, and there's years of evidence
or Lucha Bros. Those are only 3 exceptions. Everybody else is like,
even the Lucha Bros didn't really have like a reign that was like really worth anything. Like they got stuck with FTR, who didn't know how to work with luchadors.
That's true.
So like
that's true. But we didn't hear it. But we didn't hear it because it's the Lucha Bros, as opposed to this upstart tag team with a nepo baby.
Right.
It's
right.
it's a little different.
So the only thing
I will say this though, like I don't know if you saw this, but you see they're about to put back, or there's certain storyline where it seems like they're about to put back together through Jerry Lynn, put back together the Acclaim, right?
I did see that.
It seems like this tag team division is finally running into form, and it's like, what do you know? We get the belts off of, the Hurt Syndicate, and all of a sudden now people want to start doing tag team shit.
Everybody's like, hey, and like
we're not going to set.
I think that's been the secret about this year with FTR and the Young Bucks. It's like they basically took themselves off another path, and both had great years, like so far or whatever.
Yep.
And now, like, if the intention was for Brody King and Bandito never to really win, but they just did it on that day, whatever, to pop the crowd, I could see that, and then put them in a tag match. They don't have to get pinned or anything. Bandito's still a champion. Maybe you don't want to pin Brody King or whatever. You could move these belts back to the Bucks easy here, and then I don't know if Jack Perry is coming back against them or
that
for them, whatever, something like that. And then the Dinosaur Man just broke up with Kip Sabian too.
Yep.
Last week. So like I see the chess pieces are starting to get moved around.
Yep.
It just depends if they want to go there or not.
Timing. Like, do they want to do it now or later?
Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston and Big Bill singles match. Called out Big Bill, or Big Bill called out Eddie Kingston at random.
Yeah.
You used to see this kind of thing. Over the years in wrestling, such and such has this comeback match or whatever. I have no idea what to expect here.
Neither do I. Obviously there's a lot of tri-state there, so like I'm assuming there's a connection that I'm unaware of, for why this is the first opponent, but I wish they had brought him back on TV to cut the promos as opposed to letting Bill cut the promos, because it's not like Darby Allin calling out CM Punk. It's just not. It's not nearly as compelling. So yeah, happy to see him back, but I guess it's to save the pop. I don't know, but like I would have brought him out to TV to cut the promo to get
for the buzz or whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The match is fine, but it's like if you want to announce the match, you may as well bring him on here and give us some good pro TV to want to see the match, because we know what the result's going to be. So honestly, like we'll see where it comes down to, like in the weeks and in the weeks after this. Like obviously we want to see the Death Riders, Eddie Kingston part of the AEW Crusade against Death Riders part. Like we need to see that real, like, actual heated Moxley Kingston shit. We need to see that. We deserve that. we deserve that. So yeah.
So after that, we've got tables and tax match, whatever the fuck that is, between Mark Briscoe and MJF. Promos is ruled going into this. They've set this up pretty good.
Yep.
I feel like Mark Briscoe is going to win this one, because
someone
doesn't have to get pinned.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to do it. Mark Briscoe needs a fucking big win, quite frankly. And how does MJF get hurt by this? I don't think he does.
I mean, it depends on when he's going to cash and when he's going to, announce his cash-in thing. All right? So, we'll see. Because at this point, the next pay-per-view after this, would it be Full Gear?
Yeah, Wrestle Dream.
Oh, that's right. So, no, I'd imagine that he's going to save it until Full Gear. So
I'm.
Isn't that where he won the title? Isn't that where MJF won the title? Of Moxley? Full Gear?
Yes.
Yeah, so I imagine it's going to be Full Gear. You play up the anniversary stuff.
Good Jesus. So I'm saying like one up versus CPU saying I thought Kingston should have come back to wrestle Gabe Kidd. Here's why I'm going to disagree with that.
There's still time for that. Just go. Is get a win here, and then when you get into Death Rider stuff, then there's Gabe Kidd.
It's just Gabe Kidd is not like an available wrestler. Like that's the thing. It's like he's like a special attraction for the Death Riders. You might see him at a pay-per-view or something.
Right.
You're not going to see him actually have a match on like television. I know I'm talking about a pay-per-view or whatever, but like, one, he's got a belt in New Japan. Two, all the injury stuff happened between them in New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
They don't recognize that shit. Really? Like that shit's like something else. Yeah, I think you get Eddie rolling, and then eventually you can tell that story. Be like, yeah, man, you took a year of my career from me, or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. Eventually, but maybe you even wait until Gabe's actually official, whenever that day is.
That works too. I'm not in. I don't think there's a rush necessarily.
Yeah, because that's a match with like a bad finish waiting to happen. That's why they didn't do a Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd match. They just did a fight. Or whatever, because you couldn't beat Gabe, and then obviously you don't beat Darby.
Yeah,
going into this match that we're going to talk about just now, Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley, and they're going to be in a coffin match. This should be insane.
Yes.
We've
seen their match before. They're always great.
This is a return to pay per view for singles Darby Allin, and Jon Moxley has always given Darby Allin a ton.
Yep.
And at this point, I don't think he needs to give him anything else. I think it's like these are essentially as close to equals as they're going to get at this point, and I think we're going to be in store for one of the most violent matches in AEW history here. And
yep,
both these guys love that shit. They're both tough as fuck. They're both willing to fall off shit, into
gross.
shit, over shit. They both want to bleed. I think their resumes speak for itself.
Yeah.
I think the run-ins actually would work in this too. Like have everybody fucking running out, and then Darby Allin obviously falls from like what the fuck is that? Like
the CN Tower.
That man go to the fucking CN Tower and jump off that bitch, and then Claudio could catch him because he's the strongest man in the world.
Hold on. How tall is the CN Tower? That shit is 1,800 feet tall.
Yes, jump on the CN Tower.
Look, Claudio, catch him.
Yeah. Catch it like this, like and
yes,
swing him through.
Oh shit. What were we talking about?
Darby Allin and Jon Moxley.
Yeah, man, that's been a great match. I really do.
Yeah.
And look, I have no expectations because, like you said, I said that shit jokingly, but it's like that's Darby willing to die in a match, man. We've seen too many times. He could have killed himself in a match. He's finna do something stupid multiple times. So yeah.
Women's four-way, Timeless Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander versus Tekla.
This match gonna be fun.
Excuse me. Toni Storm versus Statlander versus Hayter versus Tekla. Sorry, I made it sound like it was a 3-on-1 match, I think. It is not a 3-on-1 match. That's what it's
gonna take to get the belt off Toni Storm.
Everyone do your moves. Everyone hit your finishes.
Yeah. They're gonna treat it like a giant elimination chamber. Everybody gotta hit their moves in a row to try to pin her.
Bruh. So this is Tekla in here with the heavyweights, comparatively speaking. We got the junior, Tekla, the junior heavyweight, high speed wrestler against the BMF division.
okay, when you say heavyweight, I made start thinking about thickness, and I was like, okay, I get what you. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna stay over here where it's safe and leave it alone. That's where like it's a bottom heavy. Them other three, they just in a whole different weight class below the waist. They just are. So anyway, yeah. I expect this match to be fun. Like I expect there's to be fallout that's gonna lead to I expect the next program after this is Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm in a 1-on-1. I think just a prelude to it. Like similar to Alex Windsor and Mercedes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Because like it seems like the whole thing has been about like Hayter and Storm, and then like the other two are to me feel like the outsiders, and then like Tekel's like the chaos agent, and then Statlander's like this conflict. She's doing her own story,
right? Because like what's
going to
right? Like was like she's still attached to whatever this potentially is with the Death Riders, and also Willow.
I'm taking Tony to retain.
Yep.
I think Tekla is getting pinned.
I think Statler's getting pinned, and that's what's going to make her make a decision. That's the call to action.
You know what? That's probably a better finish. 3-way match for the AEW Unified title: Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada. We had an excellent performance this week on the show.
Yes, that was an excellent performance. Bro, he botched like every fourth thing he tried, and it was still awesome. real Lucha Libre. It's like, look, the shit y'all be seeing where it's like, oh, you know, everything hits and works or whatever else. Look, that's not real. That's not real. When they fuck up every like 3 minutes or every 2 minutes, that's when it's real. He was trying some shit. It was like, because the pace they were going was like, are you sure you keep on this pace and not fuck up? You finna get tired. And sure enough, you start fucking up. I was like, oh, okay. That's okay. I appreciate the ambition, but that's you know, in like gymnastics, they have like the routine difficulties or whatever else. That's a high level of difficulty he was trying to clear for that amount of stuff he was trying to do in that amount of time. He blew up. So whatever. He didn't die. The like top rope, like tilt Rana thing that he tried over else, his feet didn't get to Taurus, but Taurus still bumps on it, you know, unless you paying attention, it looked like it still worked. And then, you know, so yeah, whatever. But yeah, look, the crowd loved him because he was doing some awesome shit when it worked. So yeah, that was the right guy to put in this match, with Takeshita and Okada. It's going to be a fun match. It's going to be a fun match. How great it is, I don't know, but you know, Okada triple threats, mileage may vary, but I think it's gonna be fun nonetheless.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You got like Kazuchika Okada, and you know you have this championship that's supposed to be this classical, you know, style championship or whatever, and there's supposed to be no interference and shit, and you know people get fired. I don't see why you need to have 3 fucking people in the ring. Like it just doesn't work for me.
It's just a way to prolong the Takeshita shit with Okada.
Yeah,
a significant portion of this stuff is like of the pay-per-view is tied to stuff that's like Fallout. None of this stuff is going to be definitively done. Like when you leave out like outside of like Riho,
it feels like the start of like
a lot
everything.
of stuff.
Like
yeah,
it seemed like the start of the new year actually for AEW. It's like, all right, we have Forbidden Door, and that was like, you know, hold you over after All Out. But now it's like the first pay-per-view of the new year. And I know last year it was like that too, because it was right. It was, you know, 2 weeks after. Mm-hmm. And it was like, but all those matches already had serious builds, and they were like, you know, it was like this dark feeling show essentially, you know, with all the heels going crazy, all the big, you know, death matches that had, you know, months of build, and then the Death Riders angle starts, and like it went in a wild direction at All Out. Like, I don't know if that is on the table necessarily here.
Oh yeah, I think we're better. I think we're far better positioned, even with with Swerve, Omega, and Ospreay out right now. I think we're still better positioned. I just think, but yeah, it does feel like this is like we're building towards grudges for the next few shows as opposed to their blow-offs right here on these pay-per-view shows, on most of these matches. You can already see where we're headed next before we even get the match in the ring. And I'm fine with that. It's just something I just noticed comparatively speaking.
The Okada and Takeshita thing, like, presumably is set to play out over the next few months.
Right.
One would think the Continental Classic is involved. We know Takeshita is going to win IWGP title at some point. People have talked about it as a potential dome match, like over on Keepin It Strong Style.
I have.
I believe I heard Joe Lanza mention it. I think you mentioned it before as well.
I have. I was being nasty, but I was like, that's what I would do.
And, I don't know. It just feels weird that they would dedicate this TV time and then give it away. So in a way, why they're not
there's a Wrestle Dynasty? That's what I was thinking. Is like they're going to they're going to have a January 5th show, and that's the main event of January 5th. That's what I think it's going to
go Wrestle Kingdom. I think it's going to Wrestle Kingdom at this point.
Okay,
and like the reason that I think I can see it as a plausible match because I look at last year what happened with Kenny Omega when he was getting that return match in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and then he didn't do it in AEW. But what did AEW do? They brought him back, and they got his first appearance there first, or whatever. And then did that, then he went to the Dome, because it was like you couldn't let him do that. So, like, is this potential, this three-way match, whatever the fuck happens in the C2 way of Tony's getting the match first, just how he got the first Kenny Omega appearance before he came back, and then give it away, essentially, to New Japan after that.
Possibly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see how they do this. Because it's a tough needle to thread with all the stuff going on with Takeshita in New Japan.
Yeah. And, like, not only would the IWGP title be involved, like, the Unified belt would be involved. So it'd be, like, some belt versus belt shit. Is it just, like, is Takeshita going to get pinned as the IWGP champion but not lose the belt? Like, which I'm sure would go over, incredibly well with our Nahonian.
That's what I meant
brothers.
by it's a tough needle to thread because if you thought they was upset before, if that were to happen, I'm not saying I'm laughing at it because I would be like, yeah, that's gross. Y'all shouldn't be doing that kind of shit. But I would agree with them. I would agree with him on that one. Like, this whole shit should be like Takeshi needs to go over Okada. At least the first match. To make it make sense here, to make it make sense in Japan.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. Like, it seems like they're trying to launch Takeshi into a big babyface turn, though, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hopefully it works. Singles match for the AEW World Championship. Heyman Adam Page versus Kyle Fletcher. A feud that I have greatly enjoyed. If any Don Callis family member interferes, Fletcher will be disqualified and stripped of his AEW TNT title. All that made me think is, oh shit, they're getting a new member that is quote unquote not in the family and then joins disgusting. Or whatever.
That is disgusting.
But this is just where my mind goes.
That is
title matches.
That's the shit you got to think about in WWE. I don't think you got to think about that here. And if it does, then we got to have another conversation.
Gotta say, man, if it's just a singles match for the,
because like Paige Jordan promo said, I'm sick and tired. You basically more like I'm sick and tired. I'm sure like everyone else is tired of motherfuckers getting involved in these AEW World Title matches. He said that.
It's been a fucking year. Can we just have a clean match?
Right.
Where they fight their fucking souls out, and then at the end of the match, Kyle Fletcher stands his ass up, and he's dazed and confused, and he gets a buckshot lariat, and then it's 1, 2, 3. Like, is that too much to ask? Do we need a screwdriver involved? Will we need, the Don Callis Wu-Tang family clan involved? Like, where niggas just doing, like, we're seeing fucking Rocky Romero, and I'm like, why the fuck are we watching Rocky Romero in the main event? Like,
I agree, but hear me out. What happens when all that stuff happens? Where he gets hit with, Alexander's finish, and he gets hit with a Rainmaker, and he gets hit with Archer's finish, and he gets hit with also the through the table Brainbuster, and then Hangman kicks out. You ain't thinking that, did you?
That is sick.
Think of the pop.
That is sick.
Think of the face Kyle Fletcher will make when he kicks out of that shit. Because they even setting that shit up. They did look. That shit put Omega on the shelf. That shit, laid out Hangman on the go home as the show went to a close. They're gonna try to do that again, and he's gonna kick out, or they do that to Fletcher. But that kick out, boy, that's gonna be special. That's gonna be special.
Taking Hangman here quite easily.
Yeah, of course.
I might add.
Of course.
But man, you want to talk about what some shot the world shit would be? Oh my god.
Nah, we ain't. I don't
think
era. I don't think there's a need for that. Unless we gonna start
Rainmaker shock.
Unless we gonna turn this in New Japan and we gonna give him his first title defense and get it off him real quick. But what I will expect is I expect the classic. I expect the classic. Look, it's Hangman.
The first time they did it on TV,
Kyle Fletcher.
The first time they did it on TV, it was incredible. I expect nothing less from these gentlemen.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher, I saw like the Hangman, or excuse me, the MJF and Kyle Fletcher conversations are picking up. I saw a great meme that backup quarterback meme is that when MJF sees Kyle Fletcher getting over or whatever backstage, like, hey, that's a good backup quarterback right there, you know. Mm-hmm. I ain't never seen him do no wrong. Yes, you have.
Yeah. I mean, Fletcher ain't missed.
Yeah, it's going to be...
He has not missed.
Yeah. Only thing that can fuck this up is if they decide to fuck it up, which I hope they don't.
Same. So. But that ain't what we've noticed. That's not something that's normal in their sense of in what we've seen out of their two careers. So I don't expect that. It'd be surprising. So, yeah. I expect an awesome match. This card has potential to be fucking awesome. And it's going to be awesome, but I mean, like, if this is
think about how it felt like when it first started, it was like, man, gonna be on this show.
If you read through the card, right, you'd be like, if we look up coming in on Monday and we do this show review and be like, oh, this is a top 10 AEW show ever, I wouldn't be surprised. Look at the card. Yeah, the Young Bucks in a 4-way ladder match.
Like that's easy. That's 4.5 in your sleep right there.
They have Okada, Takeshita, and Andrade in a 3-way match. Like they have MJF and Briscoe in a death match. They have Darby and Moxie in a death match. They have Tony Storm in a 3-way match with in a 4-way match with 3 other wrestlers that are really good. They have Mercedes and Riho together. Like this show could very well be absolutely incredible. I expect it to be great. It could be one of the show. It could be a show of the year contender.
Yeah,
easily.
A
So,
Mochi moment from Sadie, who writes, "I'm not crying. You're crying. This is what I said during my first appointment with my physician at Mochi, because I didn't have to convince him I needed a GLP-1. He understood, and I felt supported, not judged. I came for the weight loss and stayed for the empathy. Thanks, Sadie." I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Sadie is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
A Mochi moment from Sadie, who writes, "I'm not crying, you're crying. This is what I said during my first appointment with my physician at Mochi, because I didn't have to convince him I needed a GLP-1. He understood, and I felt supported, not judged. I came for the weight loss and stayed for the empathy. Thanks, Sadie." I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Sadie is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Want to talk about WrestlePalooza next?
Time to talk about WrestlePalooza.
Look, how you say Mo Williams, WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Now on the other end of the spectrum, a show that I don't think has the potential to be a show of the year contender.
It's going to be one of the 10 greatest shows of all time, James.
No, I do not.
All right, let's get through this quick so we can get to the fun part where we talk about the top 25 WWE women's wrestlers ever.
Okay.
On Bleacher Report. Oh, luckily Paul Levesque has taken care of it for us. There are only 5 matches to talk about here. What a shock! On ESPN Unlimited, they will open up with Brock Lesnar versus John Cena in a singles match.
Are they actually opening that officially, or is that just like the card?
It's been announced.
Oh, Brock Lesnar, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Okay,
trying to be funny. No, we trying to be head to head with AEW's pay-per-view main event.
Fair enough. But no, what's called starts at 7, right?
Yeah.
Starts at 7. AEW starts at 2. Nope.
The pay-per-view starts at 3.
Oh.
So you know they going into that 4 hour. Like they about to push that shit. Yeah.
They gonna try.
Oh, they gonna push that shit. But yeah, Dave's saying this getting 8+ matches. Dave has not been paying attention. His friend Paul is getting over on him.
Right. And also another part of Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar ain't no damn dummy. You look around like, man, there's gonna be Florida versus Miami on College Game Day. We finna get the fuck out of here early.
So John Cena and Brock Lesnar have zero interest or intrigue here. We've seen what John Cena and Brock Lesnar match looked like in their prime.
They haven't had a great match since 2012. And when they did that Suplex City shit, I think I was the only person on this planet that hated that shit. And what do you know? The game came ahead. Me. I was like, just sitting around, just throwing motherfuckers around. These aren't some scary suplex where he's getting, this is not no All Japan match. Get the fuck out of here. So there was no high angle. There was no dangerous. There was no Peligroso. None of that. So I shitted on that match, and I think people were like, "What?" And years later of Brock Lesnar doing the same shit as matches over and over again, y'all got tired of that. I was ahead.
Yo, well, ahead.
I was also ahead. I was also ahead on that Roman Reigns cinema shit too. When they had the Hell in a Cell match with Jay, I was like, that shit stinks. Game always comes back.
I didn't like the cage match either. I liked the first one they did. The first one.
Yeah, the first one. Remember, you liked it. I didn't. I was like, this ain't it. This I was like, nope.
I was out the next month though.
Yes, you were.
Next month.
Yeah, that's true. The next match, you're like, you know what, James? I see what you saying. They finna keep doing this shit.
Yep. It don't take long.
Yeah.
Like either I'm gonna catch it or James gonna catch it, and then it's gonna be
And to be fair, when you do something new or whatever else, and it works, if it's that's just accounting for taste. Like my whole thing is like, if you do it once in a special or whatever else, I see why people like that match. It's like this is something that they've never done before. But when it's like, okay, but my thing is like this company always repeats themselves in cycles all the time. So it's like, I know that if you do it like this one time, you're going to go back to until this dimension returns. And sure enough, both of the matches, that's where we ended up with.
By an age of 96 in this match, I'm being told. So, I guess John Cena's winning? God, I don't know.
Should he win?
No.
Why? Because I don't think Brock Lesnar just back just for one match. I think he's back for real.
Yeah, he's back. So
yeah,
win.
John Cena should, in theory, should lose his match. If you want to stay
on a multi-year deal, yeah,
it's all fucked up.
They're gonna have to push him again. When do they do the Brock Lesnar Logan Paul match? You know they dying to do it. You know they're dying to do that.
I don't think Brock Lesnar want to do that. But we'll see. Give him enough money, he'll probably do it. My thing is, can you trust to put him in a match with Logan Paul without him fucking up Logan Paul?
So
that's the reason why you don't do it.
So I think Brock would actually respect Logan Paul because Logan Paul actually has some legitimacy to him with the boxing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would try him like no Punk.
He makes one mistake and all of a sudden he's Braun Strowman getting punched in the jaw.
Tag team match. The Bronson Reed and LeBronson Reed and LeBron Breaker taking on reuniting Jimmy and Jey Uso. Now, James, we talked about how the Young Bucks have just again come up with some fire shit this year and had this incredible year. Is it time to reopen the Young Bucks and Usos arguments?
Why not? Why not? Right? Did you see how they came back together?
No.
Jay lost a match and literally was like, I can't do it by myself. He didn't have a He's like, I can't do it myself. I can't do it myself. And
You're right.
That's how they got
You're right, Jay. You can't.
I was like, God damn. All right, man. All right.
This is sick.
Sad.
Sick work. We got to watch the old Usos now.
Rich, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left in Mercury up like 8.
Bro, I told you Liberty was going home, bro.
So we'll see.
Told you, bro.
We'll see. But yeah, man, look, the Usos back, and I'm happy to see him. Like, I think it'll be a good match. Like, I think those 4 can have a good tag match. So, you know,
all right. Let's look. Usos back in the element at least.
They tried. Exactly. They tried. They learned a lesson. Or whatever else, and the worst case scenario is they got to go back to being one of the greatest tag team acts in the history of the company. That's the downside.
Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer singles match for the vacant women's world title.
Go ahead and put that on the board. Unless there's some run into some bullshit, go ahead and put that on the board.
Should be great.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I mean by put on the board. It should be great. Io's had a great year. Io might be the best in-ring wrestler in the company this year. So yeah. And, you know, I haven't talked to Finish about it, but I remember there was a time when Finish I hyped up Io Shirai at the time to Finish. He watched the Mae Young Classic and he was unimpressed. I haven't checked in with him since then, but I'd imagine his tune has changed. Seeing it, you know, she's probably the best wrestler in the company this year. So, in the ring, when the bell rings. So, there's that.
Yeah. I don't think they've really done anything creative I've heard about this. So it's just a match.
Vacant match.
Hopefully it's good.
Belt. Yeah. Yeah.
Singles match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Out of nowhere, Cody Rhodes will be defending against Drew McIntyre now. Cody Rhodes regained this belt at SummerSlam and then probably disappeared to shoot a movie. Drew McIntyre is hard to hose his shit, and here we are. This is for the undisputed WWE World Title.
Yeah,
and it's not going main event.
It's not the main event. It's not the main event in the billing either.
It's like at best the third hottest match on this show.
I wouldn't disagree.
Wait.
What will you put second?
John Cena and Brock Lesnar.
What are you putting first?
CM Punk and AJ Lee against Seth
that's
Rollins.
right. I forgot about that shit. You're right. Oh yeah. Go. Yeah, you're right.
That's why I saved it for last.
You're right. You know, that's fair. However, there ain't a chance in fuck either of the match is gonna be better than Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. So there's that.
Bro, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes
should be a WrestleMania main event. Yes, I know.
They should feel insulted. They should really show up to the building, find out they're going on fourth or third, however the fuck they're gonna do this. They might do, and then basically try to have the match of the year in WWE. That's what they should do. And who's going to tell Cody Rhodes he can't have time at this point?
Yeah.
The only thing is like, all right, why the fuck do you have Cody Rhodes feeling like, here's Cody Rhodes with the world title? Like, you would think there would be a lot more like thoughtful booking put into him. Seeing as how they fucked him at WrestleMania and did that shit to him with Cena.
Mm-hmm. Well,
had him disappear and shit. Like, it had the great match with Cena at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not upset on the Cody end. I'm more upset on the McIntyre end. Like, after the year he had last year, they completely let off the gas with him.
Yeah, they just said, you didn't re-sign? Oh, okay, cool. That's all that was.
Yeah.
We got you on the paper now. Ain't got to do nothing with you.
It's ridiculous. You have someone that talented, it's like, if he's talented enough to trust him with the CM Punk shit like that and carry the CM Punk shit, and then, it's just so dumb. Like, whatever. Like, this should be a WrestleMania main event, so whatever.
CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Holy shit, this is gonna suck. Every clip I've seen from this has been categorically cringe. AJ Lee fucking sucks and has always sucked. Irrespective of being linked with Phil Brooks, I don't give a fuck who they fuck or anything like that. So, or who they got rings on and shit.
I mean, look, there was a time. I mean, there's plenty of audio on it. You go back to our old shows, back in 2012 through 14 or whatever else. When AJ Lee was on air.
Different AJs.
Yeah, right. Vastly different AJs. One's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. The other one is not. Rich was a very big CM Punk fan. Knew he was dating AJ Lee. He didn't give a flying fuck about that. He was honest about his opinions on AJ Lee. He didn't hold his tongue. So there's tape on that. Like, this ain't some makeup shit or whatever else. If some of y'all think that like Punk or Rich has some type of flip up on CM Punk or whatever else. It then bleeds into like his wife on air. No, he always thought AJ Lee sucked. He always did. So don't she
earned this on her own.
Yeah, don't be on any like misconceptions or whatever else and think like he's nah. This he ain't new to this. He true to this. So yeah.
Like, the tape speaks for itself. You know,
and it's also funny because it's like. They brought her out after Becky was like claiming I'm the greatest women's wrestler of all time, whatever else. And then like this BR shit comes out and it's like they put AJ Lee like 18th or some shit on there. And I was like, and Becky's number 1. I was like, so y'all had this little list y'all knew was coming out to promote the part where Becky made this boast and then bring back a former legend and like, where is she? Oh, okay. At the end of the teens, huh? All right. This ain't exactly bringing back Sasha Banks.
I think this is going to be every mixed tag team match you've ever seen. AJ Lee will do a nominal.
There is no way this is going to be as good as that Ronda Rousey, Stephanie McMahon, WrestleMania 34 match. There's no way.
There's
no way.
AJ would be the one to worry about in that situation. I think she will do her joint where she gets into the octopus hold. People will think they have just seen Noah part the Red Sea.
I thought you were going to say Nogism.
I mean that too, but brother, everything everything Becky Lynch has done since she dropped the first album has stunk. The magic is gone.
She's had good matches. Did she do
Excuse me. I misspoke. Everything outside the wrestling.
Oh, okay.
She's had good matches.
Okay. Fair enough.
She's had matches where it was like, oh, she carried Trish Stratus like in a cage, like, and that was like really good.
Right.
But bro, when it comes to like hearing the stuff she says and just like her entire persona is just like
she can't recapture that magic that she had.
Yeah, it's tough. And every time they turn her heel, it's like, huh? Like, and then when they turn babyface, it's like, oh, they make it like she's the pat. It's like, all right, it's just weird with her.
Yeah, and also I think like she's been very accommodating to like these feuds of like, I want to help spotlight the other woman and I'll do jobs or whatever else, and it's just like she didn't have to do that, but she did, and you know. But yeah, like for me, it's like I don't care what she does until the match, until the bell rings.
Putting her with Seth Rollins,
she was the best promo in the business at one point, which is crazy.
Putting her with Seth Rollins on screen is just like historically not worked out well.
But this time,
now
they're heels though, so it should work. No, oh, okay. Like you found out real quick, it didn't work either as heels. Okay,
fuck. And then CM Punk and AJ Lee. What is even the in-ring like? All right, so like if we can just like, all right, say back in the day, like they had John Cena and Nikki Bella team up. Oh, they both got power moves or something like that, right? Yeah. You can kind of see like they're big blockbuster type people. The CM Punk and AJ Lee thing, is it like they're just like unathletic and don't hit hard?
I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they do matching Shining Wizards.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Because, like, she could do it. I just don't think it will look great. Like, AJ Lee doing a GTS to Becky Lynch, I don't think that will look great.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But
whatever.
She was never, Mercedes Moné in the ring.
No.
So 10 years later, who knows what they expect?
We'll see. It's only one way to find out, brother. And that,
God bless them.
The only way to check back is when you listen on Monday to One Nation Radio for the review. Oh man, it's gonna be bad, Rich, because it's gonna be like we just talked about how awesome like the potential for All Out could be, and it's like outside of like 2 matches, they have no shot. WWE has no shot. They finna get embarrassed. They're gonna go on after the barn burner. People that are gonna watch both are gonna be tired by the time they do that. They're gonna get badly reviewed. They played themselves. They
always do.
Yeah, always try. Every time they try to do this with AEW, they always make fools of themselves. So
and like they don't. It's like, all right, if you gave me the WWE roster, right, and we're like, you have to pick a show to counter program AEW. I would have never come up with this shit, bro. If you gave me the roster, I'm like, all right, that's what we gonna do. I'm gonna make some shit shake. Like, where the fuck is LA Knight, bro? Like, get some of the other wrestlers in here, dog. Like where the fuck is Sami Zayn at? Like, I don't. Where the fuck is Walter?
Yep.
Where the fuck is Walter? Like,
yep. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I agree.
Okay. Bleacher Report ranked the 25.
All right. So Phoenix.
Where's Julia? That's another one.
Right. Phoenix up 5 with a minute left.
Hey, it could happen.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report ranks the 25 greatest women's wrestlers in WWE history. Now, it would be easy for us to just go number 1 through 25, but I thought, how about we have a little fun here? And kind of start bottom to top and see who survives, essentially, to see if they did this right. So I'm going to open up my notes app. I've got the list on one side, and we'll do a little either or here. So our first matchup, Michelle McCool versus Jacqueline. So Michelle McCool is your number 25 person. Jacqueline's number 24. And I guess we should make some concessions here, James, because I don't think we're going to have matches to work off of for everyone.
I've never seen Michelle McCool wrestle in her prime.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to stick with that, and I'll let Jacqueline move on. So we'll keep Michelle at 25.
Yeah, here's my question: was there a call made to get her on that list at the 25 spot?
Probably.
Was there a list where she wasn't on there, and then somebody said, "Wait a second, where's my wife?"
Possible. All right, so up next, James, we've got Jacqueline, number 24, versus number 23, Bull Nakano.
You fucking kidding me? Come on, man. What the fuck are we doing?
That's funny.
Yes, funny. Bull Nakano advances. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be a certain point where, like, the Bull Nakano, like...
It runs out. I imagine it will run out at some point.
Stuff, yeah.
Yes. So,
now,
24.
to be fair, in full transparency, I own a Bull Nakano shirt that was gifted to me because of you know, my love of Joshi. So it's a bit unfair. I don't look, if y'all want to buy me a Jacqueline shirt, bring it over. I love Jacqueline when I was younger. But full transparency, I own a Bull Nakano shirt that I wear regularly. I've worn it on the show before multiple times.
Yep. Okay, so we got number 23 Bull Nakano versus number 22 Shayna Baszler.
Shayna has to advance due to this NXT stuff, right?
Shayna's got to advance. She's got to advance. So
even though she got carried by Japanese women in all her really good matches, still.
That is ironic here.
Yes.
We're putting over another Japanese woman here.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of getting carried by Japanese women.
No. Well, it's going to be ironic, right? We got Shayna Baszler. She's going to be in that number. And then we're going to get through all the people that she went over in her reign of terror NXT. They're going to be rated higher than her. That's going to be funny. We're going to get to that.
So we've got number 22 Shayna Baszler versus number 21 Alundra Blaze.
I'm still going to have to go with Shayna Baszler.
You know, Alundra Blaze fucking ruled in her day.
She did. How many matches was that?
A couple years, actually, in WWE. I don't know about the number of matches, but I'll go with Shayna here. So we'll put Alundra Blaze here, and Shayna moves on. Okay, so we've got Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan for the number 21 spot.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh boy.
Liv Morgan gets no votes here for my side.
Shayna Baszler have a match as good as like the Evolution match, or the Brooklyn match with Shayna and Kyrie. No, just no. She doesn't have the cage match with Io. No. She doesn't have the title change to Rhea at all. No.
Have you considered Liv Morgan kiss Dominic at SummerSlam?
No, I have not.
Man.
I haven't considered her cage match. That's why I'm saying no.
So I spared myself here on this one, James. James, I looked at the 18, 19, and 20 of this list. James, I'm just going to break format for a second.
Okay.
18 was AJ Lee, 19 Alexa Bliss, 20 Liv Morgan. That is like the axis of evil just all together in itself. The anti-Rich Ladder segment of rankings right there. That's just all of them covered right there.
Liv, AJ Lee, and who else?
And Alexa.
Oh boy. So I'll put Alexa at the front of those three. Alexa's the best wrestler of those three.
And
when she was healthy anyway.
And okay. So we got Shayna Baszler, right?
Yeah.
We can do a four-way out of these. We'll put these four against each other right here. Fuck it.
Yeah, they're a group. Sure, why not?
They're a group. So number 20, the worst person here I think is AJ Lee, by far.
Yeah, I agree.
So 19 for me really comes down to Liv versus Alexa. Man. 2 cases of sorry here. I feel like Liv Morgan might have something. Maybe one of those Rhea Ripley matches or something. Alexa might have. I don't know, bro. I'm the guy that did the bit.
Right.
Here are the list of the great Alexa Bliss matches.
Okay, so I have Liv in front of
That's
Alexa.
the list.
I have Liv in front of Alexa.
I think we'll agree. So 19 will go Alexa. 18 will be Liv. And then Shayna moves on to fight another day. Shayna Baszler versus Mickie James.
That's
a tough one.
That's tough. I'm gonna go with Mickie because I'm gonna also give her the benefit of the doubt of the era.
Yeah, Mickie James. Oh, the Liberty is out of here.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Aim time. Holla, holla, holla. So, Shayna Baszler versus Mickie James. Mickie James has probably a better and more high-profile match than anything that Shayna has done in WWE. WrestleMania 22. So,
yeah.
I think that's where it lands. Shayna had a nice jump from 22 to 17 here.
Yes, she did.
So Mickie James.
It also speaks to the dearth of competition.
Yeah. Mickie James versus Natalya.
Oof, Natalya.
Yeah, I'm going with Natty as well.
Natalya might have a run. We'll see. She might have a run maybe the next three few. I haven't looked at the list, but I imagine she has a run. She has a case. We'll see.
You will not.
Okay. Watch this person be like Io Shirai or some shit. It's like shut the shit down.
Next person gonna be Beth Phoenix. Actually.
Oh. All right. Well. So Beth beats her. Yeah.
Natalya.
Like Beth was around for not nearly as long, but Beth was just better.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got Beth Phoenix versus James. Get this, both of the Bella twins.
Look, man. Shayna
Army.
Look, hey. All right.
I feel like we need a challenge.
Hey, here's a challenge, right? We talked about this the other day after that, or a couple weeks ago after that bad Nikki Bella match with Becky. Hey, man, Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss, they have this. They have the same issues as that. It's just like the cage match does not favor either one of them. They both look identical. So, and Nikki was the better wrestler between Nikki and Brie. So, yeah. You want to do the ranking people up, rank people down, put the Bellas down in that tier of like Liv Morgan and Alexa and
if it like once we get it established, I think we'll do the flips.
Okay.
So we got Beth Phoenix versus Io Sky, James.
Io, come on.
Yeah, it's Io quite handily. And I feel like now it's about to be a run. So number 12, Paige.
What? Io.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Number 11.
Paige finna go down too.
Number 11, Ronda Rousey.
Io.
Number 10. Oh, hold on. Make sure I get Ronda in there. Number 10. Lita.
Io.
What
are we doing?
I wonder how many women on this list
ain't actually good.
Never mind. No, I was gonna make a CM Punk joke, but
God damn it.
So number 9, Asuka. This is a good one. Io versus Asuka.
Oh boy. It has to be Asuka. I think Io, but Io's going to pass her.
I feel like Io has had bigger and brighter moments.
She has more 4.5 star matches in WWE. Yes,
and they actually let her win and not be in. Well, okay, she was still in service of everyone else, but they actually just let her win.
They've let her
sometime.
win. They let her had winnable moments. Like Asuka's never had the WrestleMania. They're never putting her in a match with like Becky Lynch. Their equivalent of like Becky Lynch, or her equivalent of then Io, they put Io in a match with Asuka's equivalent or peers equivalent of Charlotte and Becky or Sasha, and she walked out with the belt. That was never happening for
over Asuka.
I'm
taking Io over Asuka.
Okay, I'm fine with it because Io's going to surpass her. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, this is funny. Number 8, China.
Get out of here. Asuka bumps her too.
Io. Here we go.
Bianca
Io
time.
Sky versus Bianca Belair.
Bianca's in front.
I agree.
But is actually, when you go and look at it, is not by much.
That I don't know what the fuck was that drop.
Like Io, Rhea, and Bianca got the chance to actually like crack the top 3 for this. All 3 of them do.
So we've got Io versus Bianca. Oh, so Io made it all the way up to number 7.
Yeah. And Asuka should be 8.
13. Asuka's not. Oh yeah, we're gonna flip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got Bianca Belair versus Bayley. The James Boyd match right here. Go ahead, do it.
Bianca.
Break her heart.
Bianca.
Thank you.
Hey, also when we go look at Io is probably in front of Bayley too, if you go through the match guide at this point.
Number 5. Now it's going to get real nasty, and normally we wouldn't do.
Here's my question: what is Bayley's second best match in all of WWE? It's an Io match. That's not Io's second best match in WWE. It's not her first either.
James, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. I don't feel like doing this in public, and isn't that I don't normally participate in these type of things, and I'm almost afraid to even release this.
If you want to say Bianca, I'm fine with that because Bianca is going to surpass her.
And
well, hold on. If
Bianca has gotten,
hold on. Let me phrase it. Given this year has been weird, but like if we go back a year, we'd be like, oh yeah, she's going to catch her. Now it's kind of getting murky if she's going to catch her or not. It's kind of like Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes, where it's like it looks like it's going like one thing's going to happen, but we're not sure. We can't just guarantee that somebody's going to win 7 championships.
Yeah, so like I would probably say in pure amount of the number of great matches. James, we haven't done it yet, but I'm pulling up the cage match, man. We need to figure out the ONR metric here. Mm-hmm. I've never looked it up.
Mercedes, I think Sasha's going to be ahead. I imagine.
I imagine she is.
I think she's still. I imagine she's still ahead. So, I remember, like everybody's best matches either with Charlotte or with Mercedes, pretty much, or Asuka at this point.
Yeah, let's see. Bianca.
Wait.
Does have a 5-star match this year. Okay, Bianca's ONR metric is only 10.
Okay.
Which seems low, but
all right, but we go to WWE
opportunities.
Yeah, right.
And Bianca's 4th best match is with Sasha.
Okay.
I'm willing to bet Sasha Banks' 4th best match is like
in
Bianca's
WWE?
Not like. Hold on.
That's the thing. You got to single it to promotion.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah.
Because it's not a Mercedes Sasha argument. It's a Sasha argument.
Yeah. So Mercedes. So her real ONR metric is 39 combined. So when I cut it down for WWE,
it's probably gonna be like probably like 15-ish, 12.
Let's see. Compelling audio.
Yeah.
While y'all wait. Dum dum dum.
Is that Law and Order?
Oh, okay. Okay, our ONR metric is 23 still, James. Yeah, it's still Sasha. Then. It's still Sasha.
Now,
I know people ain't gonna like that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it is what it is. But what I also will say is like that is also with like
Vince
in kayfabe. In kayfabe, Bianca is a bigger deal than Sasha ever was. In kayfabe.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's still Sasha. So I mean, if that's the case, then I guess the next person is going to be probably Rhea, and that means that like, nope, Mercedes got it. She's back.
Yes.
Sasha over Rhea too.
I mean, Rhea Ripley is arguably as big as, I don't know. She's almost famous, almost just not for wrestling though. Like she's like,
she got over.
It's like some other shit.
She's basically like if China was one of the best women's wrestlers on the continent. That's what happened. And then like after she got over like China, they started letting China wrestle like 4-star matches.
Yeah, I don't think she's done enough yet to put her over fucking Sasha Banks for
me.
Yet.
Not yet. In kayfabe, absolutely, but not yet.
Rhea Ripley. Here we go, James. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair.
I mean, it's Sasha.
It's Sasha.
I was around for it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Charlotte, 2-time Royal Rumble winner. All those fucking belts.
To quote Mr. Jeffrey, whoop-de-doo. She won that. She won that Royal Rumble this year and got absolutely destroyed for it.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm with you.
She won the Royal Rumble and now she's in a fucking tag team with Alexa Bliss, where they're both waiting to turn on each other.
And number 2 versus number 1, Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. This is a tough one, man, because like you're gonna have like when I see WWE, I'm gonna count NXT too.
There's an argument for 3 women.
Look, man,
there's an argument for 3 women. It's
how do I just feel comfortable? How do I feel comfortable saying Becky Lynch is better than Sasha Banks when Sasha Banks made Becky Lynch a star in the first place?
And also, if you want to throw in the horsewoman stuff, only Charlotte and Becky have good matches with everyone. Becky and Bayley do not have have not had a great match with each other yet, except for the 4-way.
Recall a match.
Sorry,
I can't even recall matches they have with each other.
Exactly. So, there's a case. I feel like there's a legitimate case for 3 of them, and those are the 3: Becky, Charlotte, Sasha.
So, like, I think it's down to Sasha and Becky, right? And if I look at, like, Becky's just had the chance to do so many more cooler things than Sasha ever got to do.
That's where I'm at. It comes down to
like you just look back at Evolution and who was constantly just kind of stuffed aside. And Sasha just produced just much further than she outkicked her coverage. Like a lot. Both did. But was a person that moved a lot of numbers and stuff like that, was a legit, ratings mover at one point. We know Becky was moderately successful in that, and it's weird how
she was super successful in that until they said we're going to kill it because we want to give Charlotte a main event for WrestleMania.
Yeah, and like Becky has got to levels that Charlotte just never did. Or Sasha never did, and this isn't easy for me because, like I just earlier in the show was saying, I haven't enjoyed a lot of Becky Lynch's work in years, right? But at some point, all that shit got to add up.
Yeah.
And I think while Charlotte has like that, she's got years and years. I still think her years they're like Sasha's linked to so much of that shit. It's like, it's so crucial. It's like, I don't feel comfortable there. But Becky, I feel like has done enough excluding Sasha Banks and literally turning herself into something that Sasha never got to be. I still think Becky's number 1.
I got Becky at number 1. I think that Sasha, this looking back at it, is like we talked about it.
It's amazing.
We talked about when she was in her career. Like Sasha should have been in front of Charlotte, but they kept pushing Charlotte, and even to the extent of now they don't have Sasha anymore. She's Mercedes now, and Becky is not as hot as she was 6 years ago because they were insistent on we got to get this for Charlotte. At the expense, so this is proof. Those are the 3. But number 1 and 2 can't be Charlotte because we saw how hard the company tried to push to make her number 1, and it affected the other 2 in her.
And so as far as our cuts or flips here, I would like to make a challenge for Alundra Blaze being above Liv Morgan, AJ Lee, Alexa, and Liv.
I mean, yes, they couldn't wrestle as well as Alundra Blaze.
I was gonna say, could we have Bull Nakano challenge them as well? No.
That's not fair. It's not fair.
Do that.
Like, you gonna pull Aja Kong too? You can do that?
Yeah, Aja Kong was in WWF, you know. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna take Alundra Blaze and move her down over those folks. We've got Natalya and the Bella. So there's Shayna, Mickey, Natalya, and the Bella Twins. Who you want to challenge Bella Twins?
Shayna, who and who?
Shayna, Mickey James, and Natalya.
All
Pick
three
one.
of them. I want all three of them above the Bellas.
That works.
Like, Nikki's best match is a Natalya match.
Is it?
Their match they had on SmackDown where like Maurice interferes and leads to the match at WrestleMania.
Okay, yeah.
Where Natalya just leads her through it, and Natalya cut their nasty promo about like, you know, I could have stolen John Cena if I wanted him. That shit was awesome.
What is fuck?
That was a raw shit that Natalya ever did in this business.
That's great. I got a challenge here of Io to Bailey. Oh, yeah. Io and Asuka to Bailey.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Io down here. Asuka above Bailey.
I know there's somebody but she carried, but the pandemic, what the matches, nigga, like, because it ain't like Bailey was out here. Come on, man, like Bailey's my favorite wrestler in the world at one point. No, I'm sorry, no.
And Paige over Beth Phoenix looks disgusting on paper. I can't have that.
Oh, drop that. Paige supposed to be dropped too. She was like 12 on the list or some shit, right?
12, yeah.
Yeah, put her in that pile with, you know, put her at the top of that pile with like the Bellas and them.
Yeah, Paige got to drop back to behind Alundra Blaze.
And we talking about like what, 3 years?
The Bellas got to drop. I mean, I don't know if I can put the Bellas behind Alundra Blaze. I can't do it.
Also, the Paige is like, we're talking about from like 2014 until 2015. Or not 15, sorry. Right. When did she leave? 17?
Yeah.
No.
She was barely a wrestler.
She was already retired by 17. She was a manager.
Yep.
Yeah, we're only talking about like 3-4 years. 4 years tops.
Yep. All right. Ronda at 11? Are we safe? Beth Phoenix behind Ronda?
Her first run was, hey, she has some good matches with Asuka and with Mercedes and with Charlotte. So, and also, you know, like the so
all right, China at 8.
She had a good match out of Nia Jax. Remember that?
She did.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
China at 8. Do we feel comfortable with that standing?
Not for me.
So it's like China, Lita, Ronda.
I put Ronda in front of China.
Ronda in front of China.
I put Lita in front of China because China's never had any good matches.
Yeah. That is. And then China in front of Beth Phoenix kind of just feels right.
Kayfabe only.
All right, here's the new list. So, the O&R version. Number one.
I know we're gonna kill for that China placement. Why is China in front of like Nikki Bella or some shit like that? I mean, look, fair enough, but I get it. Nikki Bella was a better wrestler than China. I'm sorry, but Kayfabe has to mean something at some point. We can't just make it all the match guide.
Yeah, I know. Like everybody's arguments ain't the same. Like, like we didn't check their O&R metrics. Like, sorry, it didn't apply. You know. So number one, like, Becky Lynch.
Like China's in front of Shayna Baszler. You got a point. 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 I get it. I'm willing to be slandered about that part. Fair enough.
Number one, Becky Lynch. 2, Sasha Banks. 3, Charlotte. 4, Rhea Ripley. 5, Bianca Belair. 6, Io. 7, Asuka. 8, Bayley. 9, Ronda Rousey. Lita. Chyna. Beth Phoenix. Natalya. Mickie James. Shayna Baszler. The Bella Twins. Alundra Blaze.
We're missing somebody.
Paige.
Rich, we're missing somebody.
Liv Morgan.
Trish Stratus at all?
You know what? I did skip Trish. Oh man, we fucked it up. Okay, Trish Stratus. We'll do it right now. We'll do it live. Everybody else has been ranked except Trish Stratus. Where do we put Trish? Now this is a good one because
obviously in front of Lita, so we start there. That's a good starting spot.
She's in front of Lita.
All right, so what number is that?
Trish versus Ronda.
I give it to Trish.
I will give it to Trish. Trish versus Bayley. I will give it to Trish.
Oh, you want to give it to her?
I feel like
her peak matches are not as good. Her peak match is not as good as the
her peak matches are not as good, but
kayfabe.
And I almost want to say she was a bigger star, but I don't really have proof of that. There's nothing that tells me she's necessarily a bigger star than Bayley. And okay, she was more of a dreamboat to young men everywhere, right? I would say, and I think Bayley has her own audience in that regard, right? So you can't even really do that. A lot of stuff's time and place. Trish was, having to expose her body for a rapist, different shit like that. So, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. A lot of years to get over. Good nostalgia work.
Always comes back and had good matches. Always
got big spots at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm good with either answer.
Yeah. So
if you want to put Trish over Bayley, fine. If you want to leave Bayley in front of Trish, fine. I'm not gonna argue it. But because after Bayley is what? Asuka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it stops.
I can't go
that far.
Yeah, I can't go that much further.
Asuka's a tier where it's like, nope. There's just a
people gonna be pissed, but oh well. Y'all know what it is. Okay, let's try this again. Rich. Okay. 1, Becky. 2, Sasha. 3, Charlotte. 4, Rhea. 5, Bianca. 6, Io Sky. 7, Asuka. 8, Trish. 9, Bayley. 10, Ronda. 11, Lita. 12, Chyna. Beth Phoenix. Natalya. Mickie James. Shayna. Baszler. Bella Twins. Alundra Blaze. Paige. Liv Morgan. Alexa Bliss. AJ Lee. Liv Morgan. Bull Nakano. Jacqueline. Michelle McCool.
All right, now do me a favor. Can you count up the women that made their hair debuted after 2015? Like once the Horsewomen show up, basically post-in. So Becky, Sasha, Charlotte, Bianca, Rhea, Asuka, Io, Bayley, Ronda at some point. Who else are we getting to now?
Hold on. I'm going from the bottom to the top, and I'm putting X's next to everybody.
Okay.
Are we Xing the Horsewomen as part of this too?
No, the Horsewomen are part of this. They're X's. Yeah.
Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Over half of the list is from the last decade. Compared to Raw debuting in what year?
1993. Interesting.
Now, Rich, we've been on Twitter ever since before the Horsewoman showed up. And we saw the online talk of, there's the defending the divas, the diva era, and all that kind of stuff. And before then, and we were telling
we ain't see half of them divas.
Remember, we said, we're like, look, man, I get what y'all are trying to say, but as far as match quality, this is the equivalent of coming to the dunk contest, and in 2015, people started dunking from the 3-point line, and it's been a decade. They got half the list. Now I know there's some recency bias attached to this. You want to pull up the matches to dissuade us from the recency bias?
No Kelly on this, James.
Oh my God! The greatest contribution Kelly ever made to the wrestling business is Suzuki. That's
no Oksana on this shit.
Oh my God!
No Naomi. Surprised to see I was gonna say, surprised to see no Naomi on this list.
Now that's a crazy day. My mental map is when I think about Sana, I think of her dropping a knee into Naomi's orbital bone and breaking it, and that made me think of Naomi immediately. Yeah,
I almost want to put a challenge on with Naomi because, like, you told me Naomi's better or Jacqueline better than Naomi.
Get out of here, easy.
Michelle McCool, Naomi,
easy.
Oh, where do we stop at this?
Hold on, Naomi. Hold on, that Naomi. Where's 24? Who's 24?
Jacqueline.
Naomi.
23. Bull Nakano.
Now you even make me say it, don't you? You can make me
Naomi or Bull Nakano, James.
In WWE history, Naomi's a better wrestler than Bull Nakano. Fuck you for making me say it.
Got a tweet just here, no context. Naomi is a better wrestler than Bull Nakano, James boy.
Oh my God! Now that's another thing. Have you ever gone through our Facebook and delete the stuff we used to quote each other out of context? We need to do that.
Oh my God! Sometimes, yeah.
Boy,
that was a bad idea.
My shit's
that was
private.
A very bad idea.
My shit's private. I don't even know I saw it on Facebook, especially after last week. But still, man, I need to go back and go through that shit and wipe some of that shit out. But yeah,
that shit is crazy.
But yeah, Naomi definitely. Like,
all right.
I don't think you ever saw it, but like her match with Charlotte a couple years ago, that shit was easy 4 stars.
I'm willing to bump the Taker lady off this. I'm keeping Jacqueline. I'm not eliminating Black Woman. Sorry. This is One Nation Radio. So
I wasn't saying eliminate. I wasn't saying eliminate Jackie. I was saying bump Michelle. She's 25th. She got.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was like. I'm keeping. I was like, I'm keeping Jackie.
Yeah, we already had our list. Michelle McCool was 25. Where the fuck she was at? So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Ain't no challenge there.
Yeah,
so
no challenge.
So we're putting Naomi there at 25.
Say again?
Look, and I really want to look. I present a challenge to Naomi to AJ Lee right now.
Well, yes, Naomi's a better wrestler than AJ Lee. Yes.
God damn. See, this how them lists be taking a long time. I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that works for me. That works for me.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Naomi takes the number 20 spot.
I'm glad.
Cool.
I'm glad that we decided to do this. Glad we decided to do this.
It's the official list now. Y'all can throw that Bleacher Report one in the can. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's it, man.
You gonna clip this, ain't you?
Absolutely.
Hey, Rich. Hey, John Morant.
You know.
Oh man. All right, that's in the show, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right, thanks for listening, y'all. That's in the show. If you are watching the show from the stream, be sure to go to the show notes when the show's up, and you can donate by clicking on the red link circle. Also, go to the Chop Tees store for One Nation Radio. You can buy merch from there, and be sure to listen to other shows on the network. Besides One Nation Radio, you have Keepin It Strong Style, All Things Elite, AEW Match Guide, Imp's Adventures, Tunnel Talk, the Trish and Sarah Wrestling Podcast, Wrestling Art Reprints Things. Am I forgetting one? I don't think I am. So, goodbye. Thank you for listening. Later.
Yeah. Peace.
When you run a business, there are a lot of boxes to check.
Let's see. Payroll? Check.
Inventory, check. Insurance,
Well, good thing Simply Business makes getting small business insurance fast and easy. Just answer a few questions, review your quotes, and get covered in under 10 minutes, all online. It's that simple. Check insurance off your list at simplybusiness.com.
Thanks for selling your car to Carvana. Here's your check.
Whoa, when did I get here?
What do you mean?
I swear it was just moments ago that I accepted a great offer from Carvana online. I must have time traveled to the future.
It was just moments ago. We do same-day pickup. Here's your check for that great offer.
It is the future.
It's the present and just the convenience of Carvana. Sorry to blow your mind.
It's all good. Happens all the time.
Sell your car the convenient way to
Carvana.
Pickup times may vary and fees may apply.